greetings. Here is your invitation to join Oasis with Lloyd Gale, December 16 to 26 at 12:55 p.m. Listen to Music for Christmas, all toward a blessed Christmas season 2025. Oasis, December 16 to 26, only on Nationwide.
Ready to tackle that building project? Start right. Start here at H&L Rapid True Value for building supplies. The time by H&L Rapid True Value is
Nationwide time, 5 o'clock.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, incisive, tough. This is Nationwide at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Ricardo Brooks.
And I'm Mahiri Stewart.
In Nationwide News at this hour, daughter of prominent businessman Kenneth Skeng Don Black charged in relation to a crash that killed 4 people.
The BOJ says tackling inflation is a key priority following Hurricane Melissa.
Would we put as secondary the issue of economic growth and focus on inflation targeted? And the decision is yes.
Prime Minister says police must redouble efforts to tackle domestic violence after triple murder in Clarendon.
Your intervention will also have to be proactive. You have to get ahead of situations. You have to identify the mental health problems, the social problems.
Toll rates coming on Saturday from Maypen to Williamsfield leg of East-West Highway.
Police Area 4 records lowest murder tally in 3 decades.
In news from the rest of the world, U.S. Congressman throws support behind Trinidadian Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar.
China says the U.S. seizure of ships is a serious violation of international law.
In headline sports, ISA president laments authorities' lack of will to refurbish Catherine Hall Stadium.
And later in our broadcast, in the cover story at 5:35, we begin our look at key portfolios in government and how they performed this year and the outlook for 2026. In focus this afternoon, finance and the public service. The Portfolio Minister, Favour Williams, will join us.
In public opinion at 6:26, we ask, do you agree with the Trinidadian Prime Minister that CARICOM is not a reliable partner? Give us your comments by logging on to our Facebook page, Nationwide News Network, and by tweeting us at Nationwide Radio, and message us on WhatsApp at 876-285-5693. You can also leave your comments on Instagram at Nationwide 90FM.
In the nation's business at 6:40, the presidents of the JMEA, the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, and the MSME Alliance will join us for a review of the business environment this year and the issues that affected them. All these and more as we take you home on air on your mobile, Nationwide 90 FM, RevaNews.ai, and on the Reva News app. It's available on the Google Play and the App Store. This Monday afternoon, it's Monday, December 22, 3 days to Christmas, 2025.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
And now to the details. The daughter of a prominent businessman has been charged in relation to a quadruple fatal crash on the PJ Patterson Highway in March this year. She's university student Kenju Black. Kenju is the daughter of Mandeville-based businessman and PNP political activist Kenneth Skeng Don Black. Robin Williams reports.
Kenju Black has been charged with 4 counts of causing death by dangerous driving. The younger Black appeared in the Halfway Tree Criminal Court on Monday. She's to return to court February 6 next year. Black was charged following a ruling from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. Allegations are, shortly after midnight on Sunday, March 29, the driver of a grey Toyota Probox lost control of his vehicle, causing it to overturn on the PJ Patterson Highway in St. Catherine. It's further alleged that Black, who was driving a 2022 Mercedes-Benz, collided with the overturned vehicle, killing 4 people. Dead are Andre McLeish, the owner and operator of the vehicle, 8-year-old Trey Stewart, Wendy Lammy, and Taisha Manhertz. 3 others were reportedly injured in the fatal collision. According to documents seen by Nationwide News, Black was driving a vehicle registered in the name of K&T Development Jamaica Limited. K&T Development is a Mandeville-based construction business owned by the senior black. At the time of the quadruple fatal collision, it's understood the junior black had only recently returned to Jamaica from university studies in Canada. Robeanne Williams for Nationwide News.
Governor of the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, Richard Biles, says controlling inflation following Hurricane Melissa is a key priority for the central bank. Governor Biles stressed the importance of the mandate during a media briefing on Monday. He says taming inflation at this time is at the forefront of the bank's thinking, even at the cost of short-term economic growth. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
The country has already seen steep price hikes following Hurricane Melissa. There are expectations there will be further increases in the coming months. The increases are seen as unavoidable following the significant loss in productive capacity triggered by the unprecedented hurricane. It's this rising inflation that BOJ Governor Richard Biles says is the primary focus of the central bank.
The bank remains firmly committed to managing the inflationary effects of the hurricane, recognizing that if inflation is not tamed, every sector of the Jamaican society will be adversely impacted, especially the poor and the most vulnerable. Accordingly, the MPC will continue to keenly monitor the future impact of higher food prices on the level of overall inflation and stands ready to adjust monetary policy if the risk highlighted earlier threaten the projected return of inflation to the 4 to 6% target range in the shortest possible time frame.
Even with measures taken by the central bank, inflation is still set to rise well above the BOJ's target range of 4 to 6%. It's also expected to remain elevated for at least 18 months. This timeline takes the elevated inflation levels well into 2027. The BOJ's primary guard against rising inflation is adjusting interest rates. The central bank has maintained a 5.75% policy rate for the last 7 months. This could potentially harm growth prospects due to the disincentive to take on loans. Governor Biles says this cannot be the primary concern at this time.
We can't have a recovery without hurting a lot of people if inflation gets up into double digits and stays up there for a prolonged period of time. So the balance and the choice that we have to make is this. Given that our primary mandate is inflation targeted, given that if inflation gets out of hand and becomes more difficult to bring down and that it affects the poor in this country and the most vulnerable, would we put as secondary the issue of economic growth and focus on inflation targeted? And the decision is, yes, we will put the inflation targeted as our primary mandate.
But the BOJ boss is seeking to assure Jamaicans that economic growth should be driven by the significant fiscal support flowing into the country from various multilaterals. The BOJ governor says what will be important is the country's ability to implement the critical projects that this support is intended to fund.
Monetary policy is not the only impulse that would drive economic recovery. A lot of that impulse is going to come from the flows of assistance that we are getting from abroad, as well as insurance flows to the private sector and to the public sector. So we are going to have to digest, implement all the projects that are going to be funded by these flows. And that's a tremendous impulse to growth in the economy. So when the choices are made, we feel let us defend inflation. There are a lot of flows that are coming that are going to drive growth.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, Governor Biles says the country's fiscal and monetary fundamentals remain strong despite the impact from Hurricane Melissa. He says foreign exchange reserves remain robust.
Notwithstanding the worsened external position, Jamaica's international reserves remain robust, standing at a historically high level of $6.3 billion, and that was at the middle of December 2025, representing about 151% of the measure considered to be adequate. These reserves will be buoyed by the various disaster risk financing, multilateral funding, and grant flows, including the receipt of proceeds related to the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility and the Catastrophe Bond.
The governor says the BOJ has already taken steps to stabilize the foreign exchange market.
Consequently, since the passage of the hurricane, Bank of Jamaica has sold $250 million into the market. We have also directly supplied the foreign exchange needs of selected players in the energy sector to take large, lumpy purchases out of the market, as well as we have reintroduced scheduled advance notices of intervention sales. That is to make it easier for the market to expect liquidity coming into their trades. With these actions, the exchange rate has remained stable over the period 1st of November to the middle of December 2025 compared to the end of October 2025.
Richard Bowles, the governor of the Bank of Jamaica.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says the police force must strengthen its capacity to intervene in domestic disputes driven by mental health issues. His comment follows the triple murder of a family in Rocky Point, Clarendon last Thursday. Dr. Holness says violent interpersonal conflicts are now the leading cause of murders as gang-related killings are on the decline.
As we have become more effective on treating with the organized violence, meaning dealing with the gangs, we are beginning to see the effect of social violence on the society. The intimate partner violence, man and woman business, the domestic violence, which is what you would have witnessed in Southeast Clarendon, and violence in disciplining children, violence in just how we treat with each other on a daily basis.
The triple killing occurred at a house in Frasersfield, Clarendon. It's reported that the suspect got into a dispute with his mother, brother, and cousin. The man reportedly used a machete to fatally chop all three relatives. Dr. Holness says the JCF will need to be more proactive when it comes to domestic disputes.
The perspective of the country on the police is that the police itself is violent and that the police is just unifocused on dealing with gangs and criminals. That's not the case. What we're trying to do is to build a police force that is quite capable and effective in eliminating gangs. But the police force must also be provisioned to treat with some of the social violence that we have. So your intervention will also have to be proactive. You have to get ahead of situations. You have to identify the mental health problems, the social problems, and work to kind of resolve issues before they escalate to violence.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, he was speaking with the Clarendon Police Division during a recent visit to Rock River.
The Police Area 4 has recorded its lowest rate of murders in more than 3 decades. That's according to Commanding Officer Assistant Commissioner of Police Michael Phipps. He gave the update to our news center on Monday.
The area recorded some 177 murders when compared to 337 for the corresponding period of 2024. And this is suggesting that we managed to save 160 lives or had a 47.5% reduction in our murders. This, I must hasten to point out, represents a historical achievement whereby it is the lowest number of murders being reported across Area 4 within the last 31 years.
Area 4 is made up of some historically violent police divisions in the country. It comprises the St. Andrews South, St. Andrews Central, Kingston Western, Kingston Central, and Kingston Eastern divisions. But according to ACP Phipps, St. Andrews South and St. Andrews Central have reported a 38% and 61% reduction in murders respectively when compared to the corresponding period last year. ACP Phipps says the other divisions in Area 4 are also experiencing reductions.
Kingston Western recorded 32 murders when compared to 56 for the corresponding period of 2024, and this is suggesting 24 less or a 43% reduction. Kingston Eastern recorded some 25 murders, which when compared to the corresponding period of 2024 would have seen some 36 less murders or a 59% reduction. Kingston Central recorded 16 murders when when compared to 24 for the corresponding period. And this is suggesting 8 less or a 33% reduction.
ACP Michael Phipps, commander for the Area 4 Division.
The man accused of abducting a 6-year-old girl from her school in Clarendon has been remanded until February 2026. He is 44-year-old Jeffrey Mackenzie, otherwise called Face. A psychiatric evaluation was also ordered when he appeared before the Clarendon Parish Court last Thursday. Mackenzie has been charged with abduction, assault occasioning actual bodily harm, larceny from the person, among other serious crimes. Reports are that on December 9, Mackenzie went to the child's school, took her by the hand, and led her away. The matter was reported to the police and an NANDA alert issued. Upon reaching the Bustamante Highway, Mackenzie was intercepted by Councillor for the Hayes Division, Cian Barneswell, and his wife. The pair recognized the young girl, from a picture that was circulating in a community group chat. The councillor handed over Mackenzie to the police. The child was also returned into the company of her parents.
You're listening to the news on Nationwide at 5. We'll have more after these.
See twice the style for less at IQ Optical. Buy one pair of glasses and get your second and third pair half price. Don't miss out. Call 876-929-7732 or visit IQ Optical today, where clarity never looked sharper.
The time by IQ Optical is...
It's 15 minutes after 5.
Termites, rodents, or birds infesting your home or office? Call Rentokil Initial, the pest expert, at 876-926-4236 for a free pest assessment island-wide. The temperature brought to you by Rentokil Initial is...
It's 28 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 29 in Montego Bay.
This season is the time. Digicel is gifting smiles. Gift a smile, gift a smile, gift a smile. 64 people to win a grand prize. 250K to help you to gift a smile. Plus groceries and farming supplies. Keep your loved ones in mind. Gift a smile. Sharing the love from me to you. Samsung tablet video and your crew. Gift a smile, gift a smile. This season, make sure everybody good. Digicel is helping you to gift a smile, gift a smile, gift a smile.
Continuing the news. Motorists using the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of the East-West Highway will have to start paying toll fees come Saturday, December 27. Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited, TJH, made the announcement in a media release over the weekend. The move brings to an end more than 2 years of free use of the roadway, which has been open to the public since September 2023. Under the new toll structure, Class 1 vehicles will pay $480. Class 2 vehicles will pay $720, while Class 3 vehicles will be required to pay $1,400. TJH says it will be working with the police to ensure there's a security presence as toll operations begin. It's also urging motorists to slow down when approaching the toll booths amid several serious accidents that have already occurred in the area. The Maypen to Williamsfield corridor becomes the 5th major roadway operated by TJH. It joins Portmore, Spanish Town, Vineyards, and Maypen toll plazas.
Amid heightened regional tensions over the role and relevance of the Caribbean community CARICOM, the bloc's Secretary General, Dr. Carla Barnett, has defended the value of regional integrity. In her end-of-year message, Dr. Barnett says recent challenges have underscored the importance of a strong and coordinated Caribbean response. She says 2025 exposed the region's vulnerabilities, but also reaffirmed the purpose of CARICOM as member states confronted natural disasters, economic shocks, and geopolitical pressures. Shalois Michael reports.
CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett says the 52-year-old regional community demonstrated its resilience in 2025. She points to coordinated regional support in the aftermath of hurricanes and creative measures to protect businesses and livelihoods. The Secretary General warns that recovery will require significant resources and time following the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl in 2024 and Hurricane Melissa in 2025 in Jamaica and Haiti. At the same time, she says unprecedented geopolitical headwinds threatened export earnings, regional peace, and sovereignty. Dr. Barnett also highlighted progress in regional integration, noting that Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines moved to implement full free movement of people under the CARICOM single market and economy. This, she says, is a step to boost economic activity and strengthen people-to-people ties. The CARICOM Secretary General says work has advanced on regional industrial policy and strategy aimed at building stronger productive capacity, innovation, and economic diversification. Democratic milestones were also highlighted as 7 member states and 4 associate members held peaceful general elections during the year. Looking ahead, Dr. Barnett says disaster resilience, food and nutrition security, regional security cooperation, trade, foreign policy coordination, and climate change will remain key priorities. The Secretary General expressed confidence that CARICOM will continue to respond with clarity and resolve. As evidence of strategic focus and commitment, she points to outcomes from meetings of the Conference of Heads of Government held in Barbados in February and Jamaica in July. Dr. Barnett closed with a call for unity, urging governments, institutions, and citizens to move forward together in pursuit of a community for all that is resilient, prosperous, and united. Her call for unity comes amid heightened tensions between Trinidad and Tobago and its CARICOM counterparts over the conduct of U.S. military operations in the region. Shalois Michael for Nationwide News.
World in a Minute is brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology, and integrity.
The World in a Minute.
A U.S. congressman has thrown his support behind Trinidadian Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar and her statements criticizing CARICOM and Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Carlos Jimenez is the representative for Florida's 28th Congressional District. The district is known for its large Caribbean diaspora. But on Monday, Jimenez posted online his support of Persad-Bissessar's staunch support of democracy and moral clarity against Venezuela. His statement is one of few overt offerings of support from U.S. lawmakers to Persad-Bissessar's alignment with the U.S. on its military buildup and boat strikes in the region. Trinidad and Tobago is one of CARICOM's founding members and has long played an outsized role in the 20-nation bloc. But Persad-Bissessar has accused CARICOM of being an unreliable partner. She's also accused CARICOM of aligning itself with a narco government headed by Maduro, whom she referred to as a dictator.
China's foreign ministry says the United States' seizure of another country's ships was a serious violation of international law. This after the U.S. intercepted a China-bound oil tanker off the Venezuelan coast on the weekend. At a press briefing on Monday, a spokesman for China's foreign ministry said Venezuela has the right to develop relations with other countries. The spokesman added that China opposes all unilateral and illegal sanctions. Documents show that the tanker, which carried 1.8 million barrels of Venezuelan crude oil, was bound for China. China is the biggest buyer of Venezuelan oil, accounting for roughly 4% of its imports. On Saturday, the U.S. Coast Guard intercepted a second oil tanker in international waters off the Venezuelan coast. It came days after U.S. President Donald Trump announced a blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers entering and leaving Venezuela. The Venezuelan government called the tanker interception a serious act of international piracy.
World in a Minute was brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology, and integrity.
Recapping the top stories making nationwide news at this hour, the daughter of prominent businessman Kenneth Skengdon Black has been charged in relation to a crash that killed 4 people.
The BOJ says tackling inflation is a key priority following Hurricane Melissa.
Would we put as secondary the issue of economic growth and focus on inflation targeted? And the decision is yes.
Prime Minister says the police must redouble efforts to tackle domestic violence after triple murder in Clarendon.
Your intervention will also have to be proactive. You have to get ahead of situations. You have to identify the mental health problems, the social problems.
Toll rates coming on Saturday to Maypen to Williamsfield leg of East-West Highway.
I'm Ricardo Brooks.
And I'm Mahiri Stewart.
You can find the news on our website at revonews.ai and on the Revo News app, available on the Google Play and the App Store. News next, the headlines at 6.
We need a bigger office where we can see more clients. Sounds like ambition is calling and Access Financial Services is answering. The funds are waiting.
Boss, this can't hold on one truck, you know.
I know. We need another truck. Sounds like you have a plan and Access Financial Services can help. Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services designed for women entrepreneurs to unlock the capital you need to grow and take your business beyond limits with quick approval, flexible repayment, and low interest rates. Your success is on the horizon.
This Christmas, let home meet you at the door. Travel safe, comfortable, and stress-free with JUTC Rural Express. Whether you're heading to Ocherias, the shores of Montego Bay, cool, quiet Mandeville, or the sunset coast of Negril, JUTC takes you there in style. Affordable fares, roomy seating, and reliable service. Just tap your SmartFare card or pay cash. Then relax and ride. This season and anytime you're ready to ride, go home in style with JUTC Rural Express.
Good afternoon with your sports report. I am Alrix Ribby. We start with track and field as president of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, Issa Keith Wellington, has expressed dissatisfaction with the lack of will by the authorities to refurbish the Catherine Hall Stadium in St. James. Wellington says the continued delay has forced organizers to once again stage meets that normally serve schools in the Western region at the J.C. Foster College in St. Catherine. Speaking on the Mr. Analyst podcast, Wellington says this situation placed an unnecessary financial burden on schools in the West, which must now travel significantly farther to compete.
I almost want to say it is on your negligence why our Western schools have had to, for the last 18 years, be traveling to Kingston for every opportunity to compete in track and field. I think it is time that the Ministry of Sports, maybe through SDF, put together a budget each year until they fix Catherine Hall to say that this will go to Western schools, this will go to minor Western relays, this will go to those athletes in the West who can only compete by coming into Kingston. Because it can't be the individual schools that have to bear the burden of Jamaica's track and field development.
Keith Wellington. The president of the Jamaica Olympic Association, Joey Christopher Samuda, has extended heartfelt congratulations to members of the Jamaica Junior 4x100 meters women's relay team after they were voted best women's team at the Junior Pan Am Games award held in Peru. The quartet of Alana Reid, Sabrina Dockery, Marissa Palmer, and Serena Cole earned the prestigious honor after securing 24.1% of the votes in recognition of their outstanding performance at the Games. In commending the young athletes, Samuda hailed their achievement as a reflection of excellence and national pride.
Our juniors, certainly they deserve it for a tremendous performance of determination, pride in representing their country, and an unwavering belief in themselves that greatness is earned by hard work and commitment and is not a privilege. This is what the Jamaica Olympic Association encourages in our juniors as well as our seniors. Compete with courage, compete with a spirit that is indomitable, compete with heart, but always we communicate to our juniors and seniors. Compete fairly and with integrity.
The Junior Pan Am Games are hosted by the Pan American Sports Organization, of which the JOA is a member, and form an important part of the Olympic cycle. Samuda emphasized the value of the Junior Pan Am Games as a platform for emerging talent across multiple sports.
The business of sport, the Jamaica Olympic Association will, and we must forever, provide opportunities for all youth to make their mark and write their names in the history books of games.
Christopher Samuda. And finally, Jamaica's senior men's football team will close out 2025 ranked 70th in the world following the latest FIFA rankings. The Reggae Boys are also listed at 8th in the CONCACAF region, with Mexico leading the charge. Jamaica's next major assignment will be on March 26, 2026, when they clash with New Caledonia in the FIFA Interconfederational Playoff in Mexico. The winner will then face the Democratic Republic of Congo on March 31, with the winner booking their place for the FIFA World Cup. Spain will remain at number 1 to close out the year, followed by the quartet of Argentina, France, England, and Brazil to round out the top 5. I'm Alric Swiby, and that's your sports.
For all your custom framing, printing, graphic design, and purchase of art, Make It Frame Art Jamaica Limited, serving you for over 40 years. The time by Frame Art Jamaica is
5:30.
Attention motorists, it's time to switch to the T-Tag on Trans-Jam highways. Vehicles using the automated T-Tag lane are processed in seconds, so you can pass through the toll plazas far quicker. The T-Tag makes it quicker, more cost-efficient, and safer for our customers. So switch to the T-Tag today and experience the convenience. T-Tag packages are discounted by 50% down to $1,250, including a $500 toll credit from December 8, 2025 until January 2, 2026.
This makes no sense, people. Why waste time in the manual lane when you can just breeze through the T-Tag lane? Plus, you pay a lower toll rate in the T-Tag lane. You can easily get your T-Tag from any toll collector. Just have to remember to top up by adding funds on the My T-Tag app or by WhatsApp.
Save money and save time. If you don't have a tag, you will waste time. Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-Tag, drive and save.
Drive like the winner you deserve to be with the T-Tag every time.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Furnitureland and Carmen's Collection will open this and every Sunday until Christmas, from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. every day. For the very best in imported furniture, home accents, rugs, and household items. Furnitureland and Carmen's Collection, 112 Constant Spring Road. Every day until Christmas, your source for the exceptional.
Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square, in the frosty air.
Do it for your best life, do it. Go check your HIV status, do it. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself it, do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom, coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan, do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Do it, don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life.
When you gift the Appleton Estate 15-year-old, you're gifting the extraordinary. Land on the extraordinary and give the perfect gift. The Appleton Estate Jamaica Rum 15-year-old. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Importers. Shipments requiring you to pay customs duties and taxes are cleared on a customs goods declaration known as an IM4 or IMS4. Ask your clearing agent to provide your customs declaration, customs assessment notice, and customs receipt once duties and taxes are paid. Where your clearing agent may not be able to provide the IM4 or IMS4, request your customs goods declaration registration number or C number, which can be used to verify your payments. Importers, request your IM4, IMS4, or C number. It is your right. For details, email the Jamaica Customs Agency at public.relations@jca.gov.jm. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift that keeps on giving. Speed Queen washers and dryers from Singer. Speed Queen appliances are built to last, providing you with reliable performance and efficient cleaning season after season. And for a limited time only, receive free laundry basket and Woolite detergent with your Speed Queen purchase from Singer. This Christmas, get 6 months to pay the cash price, 12 months no interest, and up to 24 months credit. Visit Singer today and get the ultimate laundry solution. Merry Christmas from Singer.
If it's in the public's interest, it's the nation's business during Nationwide at 5. The nation's business.
Public opinion. Stop this foolish about this GLP and PMP business. We are Jamaican. Different people.
It's not a matter of a GLP or a PMP. I think it's more like where it is that you think you're comfortable, what support you can afford to make the country better.
Different views.
Most entertainers, they're not amenable to management, so the only thing that can ultimately structure them is the court and the prison.
Public opinion. The voice of the people at 6:25 p.m. weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Tune into Nationwide at 6:25 p.m. for Public Opinion, where the people's views matter.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
Cover Story is brought to you by
Multilink. Roll with control. Use Multilink. Safe, fast, and accepted in more locations.
Christmas in the air, special time of year when we share with those we hold dear. Friends and family gather round the tree, making memories with rice and gunga peas. Peace and good season with fellowship and sharing fun, kindness and love to everyone. Sharing good tidings along with Christmas pudding. Merry, 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 merry Christmas from Multilink.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here Nationwide at 5. I'm Cliff Hughes.
And I'm Ricardo Brooks.
Good afternoon, Ricardo.
Good afternoon.
And, cover story this afternoon, the economy and the performance of the economy throughout 2025 is going to be taking center stage. The international credit ratings agency S&P Global, formerly Standard & Poor's, has revised its outlook in Jamaica to stable in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. The outlook was published by S&P Global on Friday. Dana Davey has more.
The rating is a step down from the positive outlook S&P Global gave to Jamaica after upgrading the country's global credit rating to BB in September. S&P Global says despite Hurricane Melissa delivering a significant hit to Jamaica's growth in the near term, and a need to fund rebuilding, the country's solid institutions and preparedness for external shocks, in addition to an expected economic rebound, support the current rating. The agency notes that the stable outlook balances its expectation that the government will prudently manage the recovery and rebuilding efforts, guided by a stable institutional foundation with Jamaica's inherent vulnerabilities to external shocks. S&P Global explains that the revision to stable reflects its view that the likelihood that Jamaica's creditworthiness could further strengthen within the next year has become more remote. It adds that Hurricane Melissa caused an estimated $8.8 billion in damage, or around 40% of the country's 2024 GDP. S&P Global says while it expects the economy to recover as it rebuilds, based on the time it will take to do so, it expects the government's fiscal position to temporarily weaken as its spending needs increase. It also says Jamaica's debt burden will rise before continuing its long-term trajectory of decline. Dana Davey for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Dana. Well, the Finance Minister is joining us now. Good afternoon, Minister Williams.
Good afternoon, Minister. Mr. Hughes. Good afternoon, Ricardo. Good afternoon as well to all your listeners and viewers.
Good. Well, the calendar year 2025, been a tough one, especially with the impact of Melissa. How would you characterize the performance of the economy, certainly before and the prospects after Melissa?
Well, I would characterize the performance of the economy before Melissa as resilient. If you go back to 2024, we had a huge hurricane then, Category 4. It was said. We had, following that, we had Tropical Storm Raphael, and we had a lot of rain. So we came into 2025, just with a lot of climate events that we had to recover from. And you saw the recovery in the first half of this year. It took us 2 quarters to emerge out of the hurricane last year, Hurricane Beryl, and the tropical storm and the rains, and we had started to grow again. We started on a positive trajectory, but unfortunately, we were hit really badly with the Category 5 hurricane just recently, October 28th. Where we are now, November, middle of December, no. I think anybody, well, not that I think, I know that, our partners looking on are amazed at the speed with which we are dealing with the recovery. We dealt with the relief. We're moving into the recovery phase. You would have heard the Prime Minister talk about NARA, the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, to be built to fast track all the work that needs to be done, to build resilience, to rebuild, build forward better, and to get us to a place where, God forbid, we're hit again by another such ferocious hurricane that we won't suffer the kind of damage that we suffered in this one, which was approximately US $8.8 billion in terms of physical damage to the country.
Tell me, Minister, so we have S&P and we also have Moody's, both now saying rating Jamaica as stable, down a step down from positive. Is that correct?
Right, so all three, which is Fitch Ratings, S&P Global Ratings, Moody's Investor Service Rating, all three have us as stable. What is significant is that Moody's upgraded their rating from B1 to BA3 just in the aftermath of Category 5 hurricane. That is stunning. That just says that when they look at Jamaica and they look forward a year from now, they are expecting to see a positive trajectory in terms of GDP growth. They're expecting to see us back in well beyond a recovery and, moving onwards again. When they look out 5 years, they're expecting us to be very close again to the 60% debt to GDP, if not below that. So they understand us. When I had meetings with them, they talked about our ability through COVID, our recovery last year, and just again, I have to go back and say that just the swiftness with which we made decisions about this hurricane that hit us on October 28th, and how quickly we moved forward to get electricity back in the island. Not everywhere yet, but you can see the efforts to get the roads opened, to get the water system, the water infrastructure up and running again. Not everywhere yet, but you can see the massive effort to ensure that we get through this period and we're back at a place where we can move higher from there.
Minister, I hear you on the efficiency of the response, but when I read through the rating, and I'm thinking to myself, there must be some confidence built into the structural arrangements that exist in the Jamaican economy for them to essentially, this is just my word, not my thinking about it, essentially shrug and say Jamaica will be all right. Talk to me a little bit more about that confidence in the structural arrangements of the economy.
Right. So these rating agencies have a history with Jamaica in terms of understanding our economy here. Moody's first rated Jamaica in 1998, S&P in 1999, and then Fitch at a later date. So they've been through cycles. They've been watching us, observing us. They know our figures. They know the institutions that have been built in Jamaica over time. And so they have every confidence that this government will continue to strengthen those institutions. An independent Bank of Jamaica that has been managing inflation within the policy range of 4 to 6%. We have strong institutions like a statistical institution where the numbers they publish are beyond reproach. We have the Fiscal Commission who looks at the budget numbers that we put out to say whether they're credible or not credible. We have just a lot of institutions in place that, if you compare us now versus decades back, you will understand how we are more structured in what we're doing. We have projections in terms of our numbers, our GDP, our tax revenues, our expenses. We manage things better. We in many cases we meet our commitments in terms of what we say and what we deliver. So it's a recognition that
the guardrails are there and the politicians won't muck it up.
Ricardo, in any country, in any business, you need policies, you need guardrails, you need for people to understand the future and where we're.
Minister Williams? No, she's dropped. All right, but we're up on the break. Let's take the break and come back. We're talking to the Finance Minister, the year in review, Finance and the Public Service.
Spring into style with Unique Living. Upgrade your home with our extensive range of products. Get sleek shower panels, stylish vanities, LED and non-LED mirrors, plus kitchen sinks, closet solutions, ceiling fans, and more. Available in various finishes and sizes. Visit shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-755-3661 or visit our website at www.uniquelivingja.com. Don't wait to spring into style with Unique Living.
Attention motorists, it's time to switch to the T-Tag on Trans-Jam highways. The T-Tag system reduces the amount of cash handled at our toll plazas and makes it safer for our staff and motorists at the toll booths. The T-Tag makes it quicker, more cost-efficient, and safer for our customers. So switch to the T-Tag today and experience the convenience. T-Tag packages are discounted by 50% down to $1,250, including a $500 toll credit from December 8, 2025 until January 2, 2026.
You don't have to dig up for cash for pay toll. With a T-Tag, your transaction is linked to your T-Tag account. So you don't have to worry about cash. Just make sure you download the app and keep your account topped up. You can use WhatsApp or the My T-Tag app.
Save money and save time. If you don't have a tag, you will waste time. Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-Tag, drive and save.
Make smart money moves like a winner and use your T-Tag every time.
Importers, clear customs, not your schedule. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app from the Google Play and Apple App Stores and enjoy the ease to calculate your customs duties, search for tariff codes, track and trace your shipments, pay your declarations, and so much more, all in a click, right at your fingertips. So save time, save money. Download JA Customs Connect mobile app today. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For details, visit jca.gov.jm. JA Customs Connect mobile app is powered by the Jamaica Customs Agency. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
12 minutes going up to 6 o'clock. We're looking at the economy, the year that was 25 for the Jamaican economy with the Finance Minister, Favour Williams. Minister, are you back with us?
I am.
So, the resilience, the strengthened institutional frameworks that the ratings agencies speak of, but you must be concerned about inflation. Inflation is the enemy of all of us, working people and not working, yeah? So I'm going to play a clip for you from the Governor of the Bank of Jamaica today, Richard Biles, on the threat we're facing from inflation.
The bank remains firmly committed to managing the inflationary effects of the hurricane, recognizing that if inflation is not tamed, every sector of the Jamaican society will be adversely impacted, especially the poor and the most vulnerable. Accordingly, the MPC will continue to keenly monitor the future impact of higher food prices on the level of overall inflation and stands ready to adjust monetary policy if the risk highlighted earlier threaten the projected return of inflation to the 4 to 6% target range in the shortest possible time frame.
Your reaction to that, Minister?
The Bank of Jamaica has a lot of credibility. We have seen them manage through COVID. They managed inflation last year, and I have no doubt that they will manage inflation through this. The most recent numbers that came out did point to the fact that inflation at 4.4% point to point, higher. When you look into the numbers, food price inflation, again, we would expect it to happen given the hurricane and the fact that the agricultural sector was significantly damaged. So the Bank of Jamaica taking a strong stance on inflation right here is very good, Cliff, very good. And as I say, the Bank of Jamaica has a lot of credibility managing inflation in the policy range of 4 to 6%.
Minister, the year that went by now, your portfolio was in the news fairly often, and one of the more difficult things you had to deal with, of course, was the appointment of the head of the FID, Dennis Chung. And I wanted to ask you, when you look back on the year, what was the most difficult moment for you?
What was the most difficult moment?
Yes.
I don't know that I had difficult moments, Cliff. I put Ricardo. I put my shoulders to the wheel from the moment the Prime Minister announced that I would be the new Finance Minister back in October of last year. Prior to that, remember, I was here in this very ministry as a junior minister with the then Finance Minister Shaw. I was promoted to being a cabinet minister as well while I was still here at the Ministry of Finance. This is the field that I've spent many years of my life studying, working in, and so it was just concentrating on what it is that we are supposed to do to deliver, to ensure that we get GDP growth for this country, that we maintain low unemployment, and we do all those things that would move the country forward. That was my mindset.
So, Minister, for some people looking on, will say sometimes you're not the best in terms of articulating and convincingly delivering the message. What do you say to those people? There's been a lot of talk recently that your performance in the Parliament, when was it, last week, the week before, was not inspiring. Yeah, what do you say to them?
So I presented the third supplementary in Parliament, and those numbers reflected the damage from Hurricane Beryl, or forecast for the medium-term forecast. I answered the questions that were put to me. I might not have had the political flair of others, but I know my subject. I can deliver on my subject, and I felt I answered the questions that the opposition had in a fulsome way.
Mm-hmm. And going forward, what's the greatest challenge facing us as a people and you as a finance minister in 2026?
So us as a people, I would say, and I'm going to step out of finance for a while because I want to mention the fact that we've had such success in bringing down murders in Jamaica. And so for us, it's to keep that momentum going. And I want to keep it going because when I look back at all the research about the cost of crime, how much it costs us in the economy, I want to see violent crime and other types of crime go down because I know that it's going to redound to the betterment of Jamaica. Jamaicans not only will we feel safer and secure, but we should begin to see it reflected in our GDP as we go forward because there'll be more opportunities for all of us. The world will consider us more than they have in the past in terms of business opportunities, relocate here or just to work with our people here in terms of services. So I am looking forward to the dividends that will come from the significant reduction in crime. I'm looking forward to that being reflected in our GDP. In terms of just Jamaicans in general, I would say to Jamaicans, continue to do the hard work that you're doing. All those students that are not attached to an educational institution, get yourselves attached to something, whether it be training, get a skill. Don't be out there on the corner smoking, carrying on. Get yourself a skill. Jamaica needs you. We need everybody. We're at low levels of unemployment. So we need all of our young people to ensure that they are properly skilled and are able to manage their own financial affairs and contribute to the betterment of this country.
But aren't you concerned about a potential spike in the unemployment rate arising from Melissa?
Well, initially, in much the same way that you see inflation up because the agricultural sector has been devastated, so food prices are pushing, energy prices are pushing inflation and so on. You will see, I'm fully expecting to see an increase because the tourism sector took a hit, and that's a sector in which, there are many jobs. There are other companies that have taken a hit as well. Then we have to manage through that. We in terms of helping those companies, especially the MSMEs, come back up. The MSMEs employ a large percentage of the workforce in Jamaica. You would have seen programs announced for the MSMEs. The tourism sector, when I listen to the Minister of Tourism, he's very optimistic about the recovery in that sector. So yes, we will go through a period of, more unemployment than we are used to in the past. But I'm expecting that we will begin to see that unemployment absorbed in the economy, and we'll get back to those historic levels where we were.
So the BO 2026 Minister, public sector wage negotiations are due, aren't they?
There will be a continuation because, as you might recall, those were started earlier on in 2025. So yes, we've written to the unions to indicate that early in January we should get back to the table to continue those discussions.
And what would be different about the approach to it? Because in 2025 there were a lot of complaints that your ministry, your technocrats in some instances, they weren't managing it properly, that the people skills weren't there. What would be different come January 2026?
So first off, we are being proactive in inviting the unions back to the table. But you should understand when you are negotiating and you are, apart in terms of what you're offering versus what the other side would like, then you're going to get that, because our concern at the Ministry of Finance here is looking at the wage bill. And you know that we have come out of a significant period of restructuring. Wages rose significantly for individuals, as well as when you look at the entirety of the wage bill. Yes, I understand that the unions would love, a certain percentage of increase, but then when we look at that and look at what it means for the wage bill and look forward in terms of the trajectory of growth in the wage bill, where we are in terms of our conservatism will definitely, or may not be where the unions would like us to be. And so you're going to get that period of, going back and forth and disagreement and so on until we get to a point, that we can agree on. So, we're going to do our best in this coming year. We take wage negotiations seriously. We will invite the partners out there, and we've started doing that to help us during this process, so that we can get through it as smoothly as possible.
Finance Minister Favour Williams, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Good. That's a cover story. The headlines are next.
Cover Story was brought to you by
Multilink. Roll with control. Use Multilink. Safe, fast, and accepted in more locations.
The time brought to you by Guardian Life. Live secure, live easy is
2 minutes after 6.
Nationwide headlines at 6.
Good evening with the headlines at 6. I'm Norige Banton. The daughter of a prominent businessman has been charged in relation to a quadruple fatal crash on the PJ Patterson Highway in March this year. She's university student Kengu Black. Kengu is the daughter of Mandeville-based businessman and PNP political activist Kenneth Skengdon Black. Kengu Black has been charged with 4 counts of causing death by dangerous driving. The younger Black appeared in the Halfway Tree Criminal Court on Monday. She's to return to court on February 6 next year. Black was charged following a ruling from the Office of Director of Public Prosecutions, the DPP. Allegations are shortly after midnight on Sunday, March 29, the driver of a grey Toyota Probox lost control of his vehicle, causing it to overturn on the PJ Patterson Highway in St. Catherine. It's further alleged that Black, who was driving a 2022 Mercedes-Benz, collided with the overturned vehicle, killing 4 people. Dead are Andre McLeish, the owner and operator of the vehicle, 8-year-old Trey Stewart, Wendy Lammy, and Taisha Manhertz. 3 others were reportedly injured in the fatal collision. Governor of the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, Richard Bowles, says controlling inflation following Hurricane Melissa is a key priority for the central bank. Governor Bowles stressed the importance of the mandate during a media briefing on Monday. He says taming inflation at this time is at the forefront of the bank's thinking, even at the cost of short-term economic growth. The country has already seen steep price hikes following Hurricane Melissa. There are expectations there will be further increases in the coming months. The increases are seen as unavoidable following the significant loss in productive capacity triggered by the unprecedented hurricane. It's the rising inflation that BOJ Governor Richard Bowles says is the primary focus of the central bank.
The bank remains firmly committed to managing the inflationary effects of the hurricane, recognizing that if inflation is not tamed, every sector of the Jamaican society will be adversely impacted, especially the poor and the most vulnerable. Accordingly, the MPC will continue to keenly monitor the future impact of higher food prices on the level of overall inflation and stands ready to adjust monetary policy if the risk highlighted earlier threaten the projected return of inflation to the 4 to 6% target range in the shortest possible time frame.
Even with the measures taken by the central bank, inflation is still set to rise well above the BOJ's target range of 4 to 6%. It's also expected to remain elevated for at least 18 months. This timeline takes the elevated inflation levels well into 2027. The BOJ's primary guard against rising inflation is adjusting interest rates. The BOJ has maintained a 5.75% policy rate for the last 7 months. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says the police force must strengthen its capacity to intervene in domestic disputes driven by mental health issues. His comment follows the triple murder of a family in Rocky Point, Clarendon, last Thursday. Dr. Holness says violent interpersonal conflicts are now the leading cause of murders, as gang-related killings are on the decline.
As we have become more effective on treating with the organized violence, meaning dealing with the gangs, we are beginning to see the effect of social violence on the society. The intimate partner violence, man and woman business, the domestic violence, which is what you would have witnessed in Southeast Clarendon, and violence in disciplining children, violence in just how we treat each other on a daily basis.
The triple killing occurred at a house in Frasersfield, Clarendon. It's reported that the suspect got into a dispute with his mother, brother, and cousin. The man reportedly used a machete to fatally chop all 3 relatives. Dr. Holness says the JCF will need to be more proactive when it comes to domestic disputes. Those were the headlines at 6. I'm Norige Banton. Sports is next.
Struggling with your student loan? Or maybe you're already on top of it, but you want to save even more. Introducing the Student Loan Bureau Debt Reset Program. Effective December 1, 2025, here's what you get. Waivers on late fees, reduction of interest arrears, and even discounts on your interest rate when you maintain good standing for a year. Reset your debt today. Visit slbja.com or email us at debtreset@slbja.com.
Bolder, richer, spicier.
Experience a new expression. Appleton Estates Limited Edition Spanish Sherry Cask Collection. A Jamaican rum aged in sherry casks, creating a unique and rich flavor profile, making it the perfect gift. When you select Appleton Estate, you're gifting the extraordinary. Gift one today. Land on the extraordinary with Appleton Estate Spanish Sherry Limited Edition. Gift one today. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink and gift responsibly.
You know, it's a joke thing every time you don't use your T-tag. I mean, with your T-tag, your 10th trip every week is free. And for every trip after that for the same week, it's 10% off. So you wait, Pam. Get your T-tag today and drive like the winner you are, every time.
Save money and save time. If you don't have a tag, you will waste time. Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-tag, drive and save.
Drive like the winner you deserve to be with the T-tag, every time.
It's a season to share, more to give. Pizza Hut amazing 4+.
Eating good times. The temperature by Pizza Hut is
28 degrees Celsius in City Kingston, 28 in Montego Bay.
Importers. Shipments requiring you to pay customs duties and taxes are cleared on a customs goods declaration known as an IM4 or IMS4. Ask your clearing agent to provide your customs declaration, customs assessment notice, and customs receipt once duties and taxes are paid. Where your clearing agent may not be able to provide the IM4 or IMS4, request your customs goods declaration registration number or C number, which can be used to verify your payments. Importers, request your IM4, IMS4, or C number. It is your right. For details, email the Jamaica Customs Agency at public.relations@jca.gov.jm. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Good evening with your sports report. I am Alric Swaby. We start with track and field as president of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, ISA, Keith Wellington, has expressed dissatisfaction with the lack of will by the authorities to refurbish the Catherine Hall Stadium in St. James. Wellington says the continued delay has forced organizers to once again stage meets that normally serve schools in the Western region at G.C. Foster College in St. Catherine. Speaking on the Mr. Analyst podcast, Wellington says the situation placed an unnecessary financial burden on schools in the West, which must now travel significantly farther to compete.
I almost want to say it is on your negligence why our Western schools have had to, for the last 18 years, be traveling to Kingston for every opportunity to compete in track and field. I think it is time that the Ministry of Sports, maybe through SDF, put together a budget each year until they fix Catherine Hall to say that this will go to Western schools, this will go to minor Western relays, this will go to those athletes in the West who can only compete by coming into Kingston. Because it can't be the individual schools that have to bear the burden of Jamaica's track and field development.
Wellington says Catherine Hall has historically played a vital role in hosting Western meets and easing logistical challenges for schools. He's urging the relevant authorities to prioritize the refurbishment of the facility, stressing that improved infrastructure would greatly benefit student athletes and ensure more equitable access to sporting opportunities across the island.
This is a complex that serves Western Jamaica. This is the Veronica Campbell, this is the Usain Bolt, this is the Yuan Bolt, right? This is the Sherika Williams. So if at this stage, I don't think there can be any excuses. We took 4 weeks rather, to make a decision and to find the funding to resurface the National Stadium track to allow for foreigners to come to stage a track and field meet. And we've been waiting, how many years?
Keith Wellington. Now, President of the Jamaica Olympic Association, JOA, Christopher Samuda, has extended heartfelt congratulations to members of the Jamaica's Junior 4x100 meters women's relay team after they were voted Best Women's Team at the Junior Pan American Awards. The quartet of Alana Reid, Sabrina Dacre, Marisa Palmer, and Serena Cole earned the prestigious honor after securing 24.1% of the votes in recognition of their outstanding performance at the Games. In commending the young athletes, Samuda hailed their achievement as a reflection of excellence and national pride.
Our juniors, certainly they deserve it for a tremendous performance of determination, pride in representing their country, and an unwavering belief in themselves that greatness is earned by hard work and commitment and is not a privilege. This is what the Jamaica Olympic Association encourages in our juniors as well as our seniors. Compete with courage. Compete with a spirit that is indomitable. Compete with heart. But always, we communicate to our juniors and seniors. Compete fairly and with integrity.
The Junior Pan American Games are hosted by the Pan American Sports Association, of which the JOA is a member, and form an important part of the Olympic cycle. Samuda emphasized the value of the Junior Pan American Games as a platform for emerging talent across multiple sports.
In the business of sport, the Jamaica Olympic Association will and we must forever provide opportunities for all youth to make their mark and write their names in the history books of games.
Christopher Samuda. Now to football, as Jamaica's senior men's football team will close out 2025 ranked 70th in the world following the latest FIFA rankings. The Reggae Boys are also listed at 8th in the CONCACAF region, with Mexico leading the charge. Jamaica's next major assignment will be on March 26, 2026, when they clash with New Caledonia in the FIFA Interconfederational Playoffs in Mexico. The winner will then face Democratic Republic of Congo on March 31, with the winner booking their place for the FIFA World Cup. Spain will remain at number 1 to close out the year, followed by the quartet of Argentina, France, England, and Brazil to round out the top 5 placing. Anthony Patrick, head coach of Racing United, will enter the Christmas period of the Jamaica Premier League as leader of the 14-team table via a superior goal difference. This after they played out a 0-0 draw with Harbourview at Ferdinand Park on Sunday. According to Patrick, fresh faces will be added to the team in a bid to bolster their offensive prowess.
It's about giving people opportunities, and if they don't take grasp opportunities both times, then they have to sit down. So definitely, as of next week, we'll see some new faces in the school ball that will be in, so definitely people have to watch out, sit and watch them. And things will shake up a bit with some of these players. They're messing around.
After 13 rounds of action in the local league, leaders Racing United have registered 7 victories, 5 drawn results, along with a solitary defeat. Patrick added that he has already shifted his focus to his next opponent.
Now we just have to wait and see. We have Arnott Sunday. So, it's going to be a tough one, not going to be an easy one against Arnott. But definitely we want to see if we can get 3 points stay back. The players then to look around now and see what's going to take place. So they are going to step up them games. So definitely it's all about people wanting to play, going up there. Yeah, definitely. We want to keep that momentum going. We are right here. We just have to, anybody want it, have to beat us and go in front of us. So we just have to just keep that momentum going.
Anthony Patrick. The Raul Jimenez's penalty proved decisive as Fulham battled to a 1-0 victory over Nottingham Forest in the final Premier League match before Christmas.
And it's Jimenez, as usual, off a particularly long run. Raul Jimenez scored, the Brazilian goalkeeper, and gives Fulham a precious lead in first half stoppage time.
Now, Mohamed Salah showed his killer instinct to score an injured time winner as Egypt came from behind to beat Zimbabwe 2-1 in their opening match of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations.
There's the ball coming across. And the chance with Zimbabwe! They've got themselves the goal! That is incredible! But on the attack now, Mamouche! Magic Mamouche!
They're still in with a chance. There's the shot!
In other results, South Africa beat Angola 2-1 and Mali held Zimbabwe to a 1-1 draw. Now to cricket, as captain of the West Indies, Ruston Chase says he was gutted after his team suffered a crushing 323-run defeat to New Zealand in the third and final test at the Bay Oval on Monday. Setting a daunting target of 462 for victory, the Windies were bowled out for just 138, folding meekly against a relentless New Zealand bowling attack to concede the series in emphatic fashion. Opener Brandon King, who top scored with a fighting 67, was the lone bright spot in an otherwise dismal batting display. None of the other batsmen were able to offer sustained resistance as wickets tumbled rapidly on a surface that Chase said deteriorated quickly.
Last day win, how you feeling?
New Zealand seamer Jacob Duffy was the chief tormentor, finishing with 5 for 42 in the second innings to complete an impressive 9-wicket match haul. Left-arm spinner Ajaz Patel provided solid support, claiming 3 wickets. Chase says that the feat was particularly hard to take given the team's goal coming into the series.
We really wanted to, it didn't work out for us.
Ruston Chase. Final scores: New Zealand 575 for 8 declared and 306 for 2 declared. West Indies 420 and 138. And finally in swimming, one of the standout performances at the Christmas Open Swimming Championships came from 8 and under swimmer Liam Williams, who etched his name in the record books at the stadium pool. The meet is set to end on Monday. Williams arrived at the meet with a personal best of 1 minute 16.74 seconds, but stunned the field by clocking 1 minute 11.29 to win gold. In the process, he shattered the meet record set in 2002 by Blair Steele and erased the long-standing national record of 1 minute 12.39 seconds established in 1999 by fellow Y-Speedo swimmer Alfred Green. The championship has so far produced several other record-breaking swims. Dominic Whitelock crushed the 8 and under 100 meters butterfly record, storming to a new national mark of 1 minute 20.76 seconds. Meanwhile, Danielle Powell became the first Jamaican girl aged 9 to 11 to break 33 seconds in the 50 meters backstroke with a winning time of 32.85 seconds. More history followed as Joanna Ashley, Leah Sinclair, and Maverick Holder all lowered the national standard in their respective events. I'm Alex Ribby, and that's your sports.
For all your scales and food processing equipment, call Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited at 876-968-9612-5. The time by Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited is
6:21.
MSME operators, your lifeline has been extended. Grab it. You now have until December 31, 2025 to apply for the NWC MSME amnesty. Get a 50% write-off on qualified outstanding arrears, a waiver on reconnection fees, and up to 3 months to pay the remaining balance. Conditions apply. Email customercare@nwc.com.jm or dial 888-CALL-NWC for further details. It's an opportunity for recovery. Apply today.
This Christmas, choose life. As we recover from Hurricane Melissa's devastation, we're reminded that life is fragile. Pedestrians, stay alert. Drivers, slow down. Rest if you're tired, and never drink and drive. One careless decision can change a family forever. Let's have a safe and prayerful Christmas and a crash-free 2026.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift that keeps on giving. Speed Queen washers and dryers from Singer. Speed Queen appliances are built to last, providing you with reliable performance and efficient cleaning season after season. And for a limited time only, receive free laundry basket and Woolite detergent with your Speed Queen purchase from Singer. This Christmas, get 6 months to pay the cash price, 12 months no interest, and up to 24 months credit. Visit Singer today and get the ultimate laundry solution. Merry Christmas from Singer.
People, did you know reducing the use of cash at toll locations makes it safer for everyone involved? Did you also know that using cash costs more? That's why TransJam Highways has a target of having 80% of all trips on the highway be made through the T-Tag lane by 2028. By using the T-Tag, you avoid the use of cash at the toll plazas and you move quicker through the T-Tag express lane. And if for Class 1 and Class 2, you actually pay cheaper toll rates. So use the T-Tag lane every time.
Make smart money moves like a winner and use your T-Tag every time.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
Mic check. Let's go. Good evening, everybody. It's that time. It's time for Public Opinion here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm your host, Mahiri Stewart. Special good evening to our friends over on YouTube. We invite you to weigh in live in the comment section on today's Public Opinion. There is a growing disquiet among Caribbean leaders over the region's foreign policy and the effectiveness of the regional integration bloc, which is CARICOM. This follows sharp criticism of the bloc from Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar. Persad-Bissessar publicly distanced Trinidad and Tobago from a recent CARICOM statement, which was seen as a criticism of new United States travel restrictions on two countries, that being Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica. According to the Trinidadian Prime Minister, CARICOM is not a reliable partner at this time. The remarks have drawn a firm response from Prime Minister Gaston Brown, who has defended CARICOM's economic and security record and cautioned against rhetoric that could undermine regional unity. Persad-Bissessar says Trinidad and Tobago was not a party to CARICOM's expression of concern following a decision by the U.S. to restrict the entry of certain foreign nationals in the interest of U.S. national security. Two CARICOM states, Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda, have been named on that list published by Washington. The Trinidadian Prime Minister warned her citizens to use those countries as examples of what can happen to those who speak negatively about the United States. So in Public Opinion, this evening, we are asking you, do you agree with Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who says that CARICOM is not a reliable partner? We start off with Instagram, and we have Fabian Bernard, 52, who says Trinidad needs CARICOM. The trade imbalance where other member states give them should be cut off. In total, 1.47 billion USD, so they benefit more. CARICOM doesn't need Trinidad. We can get oil from Guyana. And Michael Morrison 389 says CARICOM or CARICOM. All right, that's pretty funny. But let's go over on to X real quick and see what we can find over there. What do folks have to say over there? Do you agree with the Trinidadian Prime Minister, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who says that, listen, man, she doesn't think CARICOM is a reliable partner? Let's go over to Facebook and see what folks are saying over there. All right, so here we are, man. It's been a very interesting couple of days for the Caribbean, hasn't it? We got 8 comments over here on Facebook. George Elliott says, because some CARICOM countries take a passive stance on the impasse between the USA and Venezuela, does not make them unreliable partners. They each must look out for their own national interests when it is warranted by the status quo. Philip Jackson says, I do not agree with PM Kamla. Every nation has a sovereign right, and the U.S. does not supersede those rights because of its superpower privilege. The Caribbean must stand together on principles and not privilege. All right, she thinks to sing for her supper is more, or better rather, than to stand on dignity of sovereignty. Poor leadership in fear of privilege. Carlington Bartley says, CARICOM is a failed experiment. The only thing that unites us is West Indies cricket, and even that is marred in controversy at times as it relates to team selection. Fabian Smith says, Jamaica first always. Post Decor says, yes, I agree with her. And Natalie Winter says, it depends on the circumstances, situations, and the availability of resources. So let's take a look at what the YouTubers are saying, because we're always interested in what the YouTubers are saying. Let's refresh the page and see what folks are saying over there. Alrighty, so YouTubers, talk to me. What do you think? Is CARICOM a reliable partner? Is PM Kamla Persad-Bissessar right? Is CARICOM a... Okay, so here we go, folks. We already got some answers. Carlene Smith says that she agrees with PM Kamla. Here we go. Donna Thompson says, I agree with TNT. Move with people that can help. All right. Michelle Bernard says TNT's PM was very bitter when she lost in 2020 and came back twice with malice. All right. What else we have here? Jamaica first, says Earl Foster. All right, man. There we go. Still reading. Still trying to see which other answers I can read before we get out of here. But it seems to be, I want to say it's mixed. I think it's a mixed answer so far. I think we're getting both the folks that are in line with Kamla. There are a couple of people here that says that they agree with the Trinidadian Prime Minister, and a couple people that do not. Some people are in the comments saying Jamaica first, but this is not really a Jamaica situation, is it? It's more of a CARICOM situation, because she didn't say Jamaica is unreliable. She said CARICOM as an organization is unreliable. So that's a critique of all the member states within the bloc and how they go about, the regional issues. So what we have here, Dahlia Shirley says, or Dahlia. Is it Dahlia or Dahlia? To how Jamaicans love America, they're going to agree with Besesser. All right. Philip Jackson, we just read from in the Facebook posts, but he's here on YouTube as well. He says some people want to put privilege over principle. So he's bringing that point back up that he made earlier. Privilege over principle is what Philip Jackson says some people are trying to put. I believe if I have the Facebook chat right here, he does not agree with Prime Minister Persad Besesser. It's a very interesting situation going on here in terms of everything that's going on down in the Lesser Antilles and Venezuela at the moment, and that's what this pop-up is trying to get the opinion on. Yeah, where do you stand on this CARICOM issue? Is Kamla Persad Besesser right? Is what's this? Here we go. They always misinterpret questions as usual. My ears, says Carleen Smith. Dre Views says Trinidad Prime Minister Kamla Persad Besesser, arrogant in her speech. We in Jamaica have a lot of guns coming in our ports, and we aren't using CARICOM as a scapegoat for our problems. Trinidad needs to deal with their problems better. Robert Lawars says she has her opinion. Carvel Wallace says she has to agree with the USA. So that's where we are so far with the YouTube chat. I gave you Instagram, I gave you Facebook. That's YouTube right now, and we're still trying to survey. Still trying to get some more answers as to where people stand with CARICOM. Do you think CARICOM is as unreliable a partner as Kamla Persad Besesser says? Who Am I says, what about CARICOM's collective security to defend Venezuela against American... I don't even know this. What's this? An assault, rather. Against an assault from America on sovereign countries. CARICOM is hypocritical when it comes to criticizing Maduro, says Neville Bennett. That's Nicolas Maduro, the head of Venezuela. That's who he's referring to right there in the comments. So there we have it, folks. A lot going on. The YouTube chat's starting to pick up now. The YouTube chat is starting to pick up right now, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. It seems as though we're having some proper discourse now. But we keep going on, man. That's the president of Venezuela who Neville Bennett was referring to a while ago. Nicolas Maduro. Do we have time for more? Do we cut to business report? What do we do? All right, it says we can cut, so we're going to cut. Thank you, as always, for participating in Public Opinion. I'm Mahiri Stewart. Now it's time for the business report.
Public Opinion was brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, industrial automation and control solutions.
Drive the most exciting new vehicles in Jamaica. Schedule your 2024 Ford Ranger pickup or Ford Everest 7-seater SUV test drive now. Call or visit KIG today.
The time by KIG is...
It's 6:32. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Business Report here on Nationwide 90 FM. Governor of the Bank of Jamaica, Richard Biles, says controlling inflation following Hurricane Melissa is a key priority for the central bank. Governor Biles stressed the importance of the mandate during a media briefing on Monday. He says taming inflation at this time is at the forefront of the bank's thinking, even at the cost of short-term economic growth. The country has already seen steep price hikes following Hurricane Melissa. There are expectations there will be further increases in the coming months. The increases are seen as unavoidable following the significant loss in productive capacity triggered by the unprecedented hurricane. And internationally, the U.S. is immediately pausing leases for offshore wind energy projects currently being built near the Atlantic coastline, citing security concerns. In a statement, the Department of the Interior said it was pausing 5 large-scale projects to look into how windmills could interfere with radar and create other risks to East Coast cities. U.S. President Donald Trump has long opposed wind energy, saying it is unreliable and drives up costs, and attempted to stop all projects when he returned to office. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, has said wind farms have no future in the U.S. energy grid. Renewable energy companies as well as state leaders have expressed alarm over the administration's stance. And finally, in the currency markets, at the close of trading today, it costs 160 Jamaican dollars and 11 cents to buy $1 US. It costs 214 Jamaican dollars and 73 cents to buy £1 British pound, and 116 Jamaican dollars and 77 cents to buy the Canadian dollar. That's the business report. I'm Mahiri Stewart. Good evening.
We are the best at what we do. At Hose Assembly and Supply Limited, we supply hose, fittings, and tools. We guarantee we can't be beaten when price and quality are combined. You brand us the Hose and Tool Boss because we deliver the most effective industrial solutions. Come in and experience the joy of shopping with Hose Assembly and Supply Limited. Call us 876-923-3936 or visit 173 Hagley Park Road, 2 Charlesworth Crescent, or Montego Bay Trade Center. Hose Assembly and Supply Limited. More than just hoses. Now open every Sunday.
ABC Electrical takes this opportunity to wish good health and prosperity to all their valued customers and contractors for their business. They send a hearty thank you and gratitude for the support and look forward to serving you even better in the coming year. ABC, a better choice in the electrical business.
All Darba commuters, check this out. If you drive a car or an SUV and you're using the toll every day of the week, in 6 months you could save close to $50,000. That's close to $100,000 in a year. I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer. So make smart money moves like a winner and use a tag lane every time.
Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-tag, drive and save. Make smart money moves like a winner and use your T-tag every time.
Bolder, richer, spicier. Experience a new expression. Appleton Estates Limited Edition Spanish Sherry Cask Collection. A Jamaican rum aged in sherry casks, creating a unique and rich flavor profile, making it the perfect gift. When you select Appleton Estate, you're gifting the extraordinary. Gift one today. Land on the extraordinary with Appleton Estate Spanish Sherry Limited Edition. Gift one today. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink and gift responsibly.
Tracy? Hey girl, what's up? So hold on. Why you look so vexed this early? Didn't I just start?
Lisa, it is so good to see you. But sorry you catch me like this, girl. My uncle sent one barrel and when my family go for clarity, you know I hear the price the people them put on or something. Make matters worse, me hear say half of the thing they missing. And I know say customs.
Girl, how you know say customs?
Lisa, stop going like you have no sense, man. You know say everybody I talk about it in the media.
You know enough to stop listening to hearsay. You ever experienced that? Customs not go in your package, suitcase, barrel or cargo unless you will ship the item or the agent stand up right there when they inspect it. Listen, customs' job is to protect the borders, collect revenue, and facilitate trade. Them no collect or store shipment, them inspect it, and somebody have to present it for inspection.
So how customs ever get so much costing then?
Tracy, and the customs alone involved in the clearance process, you know, even though at them we tend to talk about. Look at it this way. Shipment delayed, talk to your airline agent. Missing items, talk to your freight forwarder. The charges surprise you know. Call customs. But remember to collect your signed and stamped declaration or C number from your agent. So when you call customs, them can better help you.
We're never too old for learning. So miss know it all. Want when customs will on your item them now.
You mean detain it? But that's only for restricted or prohibited items, Tracy. And in such case, make sure you get a notice of detention for the restricted and seizure notice for the prohibited. The information they all over them social media pages and them websites, you know, Tracy. We have to stay informed as a people, you know, and know your customs. Them there for help and protect all our way.
Know your customs. Visit the Jamaica Customs Agency's website at jca.gov.jm and follow their social media pages to learn more about the processes and procedures that guide the agency and its officers. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Christmas
Christmas pudding. Merry, 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 merry Christmas from Multi-Link.
This makes no sense, people. Why waste time in the manual lane when you can just breeze through the T-tag lane? Plus, you pay a lower toll rate in the T-tag lane. You can easily get your T-tag from any toll collector. Just have to remember to top up by adding funds on the My T-tag app or by WhatsApp.
Save money and save time. If you don't have a tag, you will waste time. Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-tag, drive on safe. Drive like the winner you deserve to be with the T-tag every time.
Season's greetings. Here is your invitation to join Oasis with Lloyd Gale, December 16 to 26 at 12:55 p.m. Listen to Music for Christmas, all toward a blessed Christmas season 2025. Oasis, December 16 to 26, only on Nationwide.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With the Stinger Honeybee
and Curry Boyatings
from 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you said?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezoneblindates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
If it's in the public's interest, it's the nation's business during Nationwide at 5. The nation's business.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, Nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Good evening. 18 minutes going up to 7 o'clock, and we're inside the nation's business. I'm Cliff Hughes.
And I'm Ricardo Brooks.
Well, as the year 2025 draws to a close, we are reviewing the year that was business for Jamaica, the issues affecting consumers, business owners, and stakeholders. This evening, we'll be hearing from the presidents of a number of the island's business groups, including the president of the Manufacturers and Exporters Association, Catherine Silvera, the president of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, Emil Leiber, and the president of the Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Alliance, the MSME Alliance, Antoinette Hamilton. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Hughes. Good evening, Ricardo, and your listeners.
All right, so we're waiting to be joined by Emil Leiber. Ladies, welcome. Antoinette Hamilton, let me start with you. The state of micro, small, and medium-sized businesses, especially following Hurricane Melissa.
Well, similar to other businesses, we are in our rebound state again, similar to what happened after Beryl, where, the economy would have contracted consecutively, and then in Q1, 2, and 3, we saw stable growth. So we're looking forward to similar progression in the coming months ahead. Hopefully, what we'll see differently this time, and we will learn from the mistakes or the examples in terms of the need for increasing government spending, because that was instrumental in particularly the last quarter of 2025 in terms of increasing the GDP, as well as the relaxing of credit, because credit is one of the drivers for economic growth as well. So we were successful as MSME Alliance for negotiating better credit terms for our members, in particular the removal of the upfront fees for the DBJ facility. And we're looking forward to, more decisive, I would say, actions from the government this time around, given what they have seen in terms of what increasing government spending on capital expenditure can do to an economy, as well as favorable credit policies.
Ms. Silveira, from your sector, the Manufacturers and Exporters Association, what kind of year has 25 been for you?
I think for 2025, we were having a very successful year, especially through the JMEA. We hosted a very successful Expo Jamaica in April. We had over 230 companies showcasing over 3,000 Jamaican-made products and services. And we had over 879 buyers from over 25 countries. Manufacturing is the single largest contributor to exports. And even though our exports did fall in 2025, we saw the encouragement through Expo Jamaica and all of our international buyers that were coming in, that we thought that it was going to prove fruition in 2025. And we hope that it does continue into 2026. When we've done a survey of our members after Hurricane Melissa, it was only about 10% of our members that have been affected severely. And so we see that there is the potential of rapid recovery. And we need to look towards export even more, because with the 7 affected parishes, that accounts for about 30% of sales. And so, we need to encourage and look at export to help to come back from that as well.
Are you sensing that kind of optimism from your membership, though?
Yes. I think as Jamaicans, we're very resilient people, and we're very creative people as well. And so we look to see what opportunities there are, even with this devastation.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Antoinette, the last time we spoke, you had some concerns regarding some of the grant facilities, the financial support that was being made available to the sector. I recall, for example, the DBJ program, you had challenges with that, and the president did commit to working with your sector to see how best to alleviate them. Have you heard from the DBJ? Anything further?
Well, I must say that we have had a very good working relationship with DBJ, especially given the new managing director, Dr. Lowe. He has been very listening and receptive of our feedback, and has really tailored products to support our needs. So, of course, we would have been pleased with that. And we continue to encourage that type of inclusiveness, because that will bring, the results that we'll need. So, yes, DBJ has been very cooperative. In terms of grants, though, that is still not on the table, but they have committed to next fiscal year to look into that. So we're hoping that that will come on stream soon. But I know that the government, post Melissa, has also been looking at grant support for MSMEs, even though it would say somewhat slow in coming, but we do expect it, and it's something that our members are looking forward.
Yeah. You spoke of a rebound earlier, Ms. Hamilton. How will that look? Is it going to be a V-shaped Yeah, a steep decline, steep rise. How do you anticipate it will be?
So I am not an economist, so I really don't know the V and the curve. However, what I would say is if we get certain things right, for example, in Q3, the last quarter, we saw 4.6% growth in GDP. What was different in Q3? We had an election. We had a lot of government spending on roads. People, all different sectors grew. It was, I think, the first quarter that every sector grew. And that is something we can learn from. So the need for increasing government spending, because I would have, learned a little econ. What drives GDP is really consumption, investment, which can be local or foreign direct investment, government spending, and your net import or export, which that is negative already because we import more than we export. So the other drivers would be government spending, investment, whether foreign direct or local, and consumption. Now, government spending, that was slow last year, so we want to see that ramping up this year. And I think if that happens, a lot of businesses will be very optimistic about, the future.
Catherine Silvera, from your perspective in manufacturing and exporters, tell me, what's going to be the biggest challenge facing you after Melissa?
Well, I think that it's even from before Melissa. We look forward to see what the government and primarily Minister Marks will be doing to assist in lowering the bureaucracy and the red tape and improving the procurement process, because that will also help to encourage more government spending quicker into our MSME sectors and other public sector areas. And that's really what I think will also help to drive GDP. We can't have these blockages where procurement is taking 2 to 3 years. We have to, and we understand why the process was so intricate, but I think that we need to look and see how can we free it up but still being holding everybody accountable.
Catherine Silvera, I came across an article in The Observer, this matter of productivity, and I found it interesting that a business that was operating for more than 70 years, People's Leather Supplies, the report is that it's set to close, and the reason is not because of falling sales or even adverse market forces, it said, but simply that there was no one to carry on, no one to do the work. And the principals were complaining that when they do hire young people, for example, they're not applying themselves, and so it doesn't work out. And I wondered, across the manufacturing sector, that issue of productivity, how is it affecting the sector?
It does affect the sector, and it has been affecting the sector for a number of years. And through the JMEA, we are trying to work assiduously with UTEC, with UE, with CMU, with Heart and SDA Trust to try and encourage these programs and work connecting them with our manufacturing sector to have the on-the-job training, to have internships, to try and encourage this, because this is not the first. I mean, a few months ago, we had this with the fashion industry, that seamstresses and tailors were very hard to come by. So it's not new. It's been happening for a number of years. And so we have to work together, businesses, private sector, along with the educational institutions, to really try and encourage young people to go into these programs and to show them, even from prep school or high school, by going and visiting or encourage them to come on factory tours, that this is a lucrative employment opportunity that they can go into.
And that's what I want to. And that's what I want to pick up on, whether it's lucrative or not. Because I was wondering to myself, is it a matter of the salaries are just not competitive? They're not attractive, and so if the youngsters come, they don't want to stay, and if they come, they're not giving their all. Is that what you're finding?
I find that because of social media, I think young people are thinking that things should just fall into their laps or come very quickly. And when you learn a skill or graduate with a degree, you're not automatically going to go into $1 million a month or even a year position.
Mhm.
You do have to work. You do have to get the on-the-job training and the skills development more than what school has given to you. But I think that, yes, skills development, whether you go into electrical or plumbing or engineering, I think it's quite lucrative, and we have a lack of those skilled workers.
But at the same time, and I want to hear you as well on this, Antoinette Hamilton, is it that where are the vocations, the areas that are drawing them, attracting them? Because surely they must be going somewhere with unemployment levels as low as they are. Which niche market sectors are they drawn to? Yeah, that they want to go and work in.
Well, Chris, I would say that the BPO sector has really pulled some of them, especially the graduates, and it's good because previously, leaving university, not everyone was able to look forward to employment, but I think the BPO sector has really provided that, stepping stone in terms of, at least you can get a source of income. What you find, though, is that young people, and I would agree with Catherine, they want it very quickly, and so you find that they may not be committed, in terms of a long-term employment. Gone are the days when you had persons staying in employment 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 years. That's not happening anymore. So you have a high attrition in terms of resignation hours. And some of it is the salary, and especially for small business, we're not able to compete with the larger companies if they pay a large salary. And what we try to do is to provide other types of benefits. But I'll agree with Catherine on the point that Minister Audrey Martin is going to be very critical in even promoting entrepreneurship, because yes, the procurement is an issue, but digitization of the government services is also one of the areas that she will have to pay close attention to, because as small business, we don't necessarily have the resources to say employ a consultant to just do everything for us. We have to do some of the things ourselves. So the time you spend at companies' office, at these other agencies to get things done, it's very time consuming. Positively, PAJ has been a leader in that area, and I think that is something she can study and adopt in other government agencies. And that will help to reduce not only the bureaucracy, but also the corruption that comes with some of these, doing business with government, where if the thing can be done online, then you move away from the face-to-face and it's less corruption. So digitization will definitely help the MSME sector, because unlike Catherine, we're not just manufacturing, we are service, just the way we're across all industries, to be honest. And so because of our limited capacity, we rely on doing things mostly ourselves. We have been working with HEART through their trainee placement program, which is a good program that they have, where small business can actually get staff from them and pay them a stipend, pay them majority of the salary, and that has been very good and working for a lot of MSMEs who are not able to employ at the levels of the larger companies.
Yeah. Catherine Silvera, as you come towards the end of the year, for young persons, let us continue to talk to those young persons. What particular niche in manufacturing, they could possibly look to?
I would say anything AI and data-driven in terms of engineering, because that is where manufacturers are having to go to become more cost productive compared to our global trading partners.
AI and data. That's the two.
Yes.
What about you, Antoinette? Do you have any?
Definitely digital, especially in the service industry. You have to be able to know the basic in terms of computer skills. And a lot of things that we're doing now, software driven. So I think computer should be that course. in some high schools probably should be made mandatory now because it's so critical. We have persons coming out of hard, for example, that don't necessarily know how to use Excel. That's a basic skill, that even young children now, my 14-year-old, 15-year-old actually knows how to use Excel. So I think those basic skills in terms of technology, computer science should be mandatory because it's so critical now in this stage. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Antoinette Hamilton, President of the MSME Alliance, Catherine Silvera, President of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association. All the best for the new year. Have a good holiday, Catherine and Antoinette. Thank you both.
Thank you, and wishing you both the same. Thank you as well.
Thank you. Take the break. Come back with more.
We know it's difficult, but don't lose hope. Jamaicans are a strong people with an unbreakable spirit. We will rise again. The time by the office of the Prime Minister is
7 o'clock.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
As 2025 draws to a close, Nationwide 90 FM is saying thank you to all clients who supported us this year. We value each and every one of you.
Whether you placed ads with us, sponsored programs, supported or events and special projects, joined us for interviews, outside broadcasts, time signals, or temperature checks,
we thank you for choosing Nationwide.
To our loyal listeners and viewers, members of the extended 4% family, thank you for standing with Team Revolution.
Thank you for tuning in, logging on, sharing your voices, and being part of the conversation all year long.
Because of you, we continue to inform, empower, educate, entertain, and connect Jamaica.
From all of us at Nationwide 90 FM,
we wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Nationwide 90 FM, your voice.
Your station.
The proud 4%ers.
ABC Electrical takes this opportunity to wish good health and prosperity to all their valued customers and contractors for their business. They send a hearty thank you and gratitude for the support and look forward to serving you even better in the coming year. ABC, a better choice in the electrical business.
Four minutes after 7 o'clock, we're into the third and final hour now, and we're going to shift to some tips.
Very important tips.
Yes, that you should bear in mind this season to protect your pocketbook. Yes, to protect your money. It's in a season of increased spending and online activity. How can you safeguard your pockets?
Yeah. Scammers often take advantage of holiday shopping, travel plans, seasonal goodwill, using fake promotions, phishing emails, cloned social media pages, and fraudulent payment requests to steal your personal and financial information. And the Financial Investigation Division, the FID, sent our news center some tips for you to be safe over the holidays as you ramp up the spending and get ready for the big celebration on Christmas Day and of course also on Boxing Day. So first of all,
slow down, they say. Scammers love urgency. Take it slowly. Yeah. If a deal or request is pushing you to act right now, treat it as a red flag. Pause, verify independently, and never let excitement or pressure override your usual checks. Slow it down.
And that's very, very important, because sometimes you'll get the link and they'll say some nonsense like your bank account has been compromised and you need to secure it now. Click this link or send this thing now. No, the FID is saying pause, slow down, verify the information, and don't let the excitement or the pressure override the checks that you need to make.
And they can be very convincing.
Oh, absolutely. Especially those links. Yeah. Because they come very close to what the bank's ULR looks like. And so you click it thinking that's what it is. Yeah. So FID saying no, pause, verify before you act.
2, treat every message about a delivery or Christmas prize or refund as suspicious until you prove it real. Treat everyone about a delivery for Christmas or a refund as suspicious.
And if you know, you never do nothing, forget no prize or no nothing. Don't. Yeah? Don't click links in texts, DMs, or emails. Very, very important. And the banks will tell you that they will never send you any kind of links to click. Yeah? Go directly to the company's official website or application and sign in from there. And if you must confirm, use a verified phone number, not the one in the message. All right? So don't click no link. Grandma, grandpa, if you get no link and no text, don't click it. Don't click no DMs, not in your emails. No. Call the bank directly or go to the official website or app and sign in from there.
Number 3, secure your accounts with strong passwords plus multi-factor authentication. What is that now?
All right. So it's when you have multiple layers essentially of security. Yeah. So you can't have a password like Cliff123 or Cliff000 or Cliff 1962. Yeah. Easy for people to figure out. You want to have a strong password, and you want to ensure that when you sign into the password, the multi-factor authentication either takes you to an official authentication app, or it sends you some kind of other prompt. Yeah, so that you know that there are multiple layers. It's not just one move, one go, and people get into your account.
I see here they say use a unique password for each bank, email, and shopping account.
Very important.
A password manager helps. Who is a password manager? How does that work?
So they have applications that when you enter a password into any platform, the manager essentially keeps them stored securely for you. Right? So they're in, let's call it a database. They're in one database where you can access when you need them.
And suppose I break into that.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that happening yet.
Turn on the multi-factor authentication.
That's right.
Or two-step verification.
Yes.
Especially for emails. Because it's a master key to password resets.
Absolutely. So they'll get access to the email and then they can change your passwords themselves. So you want to make sure that is secure. The unique password is very important because you have some people because they can't bother to remember multiple passwords and use one password for everything.
Yes.
Very, very dangerous. You should not do that because once they get access to one thing, then it means you're vulnerable across all other platforms.
Right.
Yeah.
So the password manager is critical in that regard.
Yes, it's important. You
Because
can use it.
At our age.
Yeah, no, and trust me, at my age, sometimes I can't bother to remember all of them.
Yeah.
So it's tempting. It's tempting to use one across all platforms, but it's very dangerous.
4. Use safer payment methods and avoid cash-like transfers to strangers.
I think I heard you this morning on one regarding rent. People who are seeking places to rent, and people are telling you to send them money to secure. FID saying no, avoid those kinds of transfers, especially to strangers who you have no way of knowing where them come from, what's going to happen to your money once you send it. Don't do it.
Yeah. And they say credit cards often offer better fraud protection than debit cards.
Yes.
And they keep your actual bank balance more insulated. Never send money via wire transfer, gift cards, or especially crypto to someone you haven't verified. Those are the favorites of scammers.
Absolutely. And you can imagine why.
Yeah.
5, keep your card on your phone tap safe in crowds or when traveling. Now, this is an interesting one because I found out fairly recently that there's no technology that they can use to essentially scan or clone or duplicate the card through the wallet. Through the wallet. I didn't know that.
They can do what?
Yes. That
They
if they are in proximity to you,
Yes.
they have technology that they can use to scan and access the features of the card through the wallet. Yes, I suppose it's what they mean by tap safe in crowds or when traveling. Yeah, I know some wallets have the protection. I forget the name of it now. If somebody can remind me, that blocks the signal of the machine. So essentially, you want to be sure that you're keeping it safe and secure when in crowds and when traveling, so that doesn't happen.
Shield your PIN at ATMs. Avoid unfamiliar machines, and don't let your card leave your sight at bars and restaurants. Secure your phone with a strong passcode and biometrics. Many fraud attempts start with phone theft or account takeovers.
Yeah.
I remember the one time my card was cloned.
Yeah.
I went to buy fast food. I can't name the fast food outlet now. Yeah? And I went there and I lost sight of my card. They
Never.
took my card.
Don't allow that to happen. No.
And before the end of the afternoon, within 2 hours.
Them rich off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, listeners, that's very important because I've seen it at restaurants where they take the card and they take it out of your sight. Especially if you go dining in some restaurants, don't allow that. You walk with it. First of all, don't hand it over to nobody. You walk with them with the card. Yeah, very important. Yes. Yes. RFID blocking card, my producer tells me. That's a technology that stops them being able to duplicate the card. Yes, very, very important. Yeah, thank you, Dana.
So how you get that technology now?
Well, as I said, some wallets you can purchase on Amazon. Dana said, and I know some wallets come with it. Yeah, Bugs is telling me that his wallet has it. Some of them come with it.
So what is it?
Yeah, bring me down that technical thing, you know, so I don't know if we take that. But no, so I know some wallets have
what
it. Okay,
Books,
you can put it on the outside of the wallet, and some of them it comes built in.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I go, for example, when I'm changing my wallet, I make sure to look for that.
Oh.
When
Books is going to show me.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Money man thing, this now, watch it now.
You have a whole heap of money.
What? You see my take out the whole packet him?
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
This is Sherman brand.
Yeah.
So you see the holder?
Yes. Turn it round to the camera.
Put it down like this.
Uh-huh.
Then can't scan it.
Right.
The wallet itself.
Self is
Oh,
protected.
it's
There you go.
protected.
Right.
Yes.
So this is a card. This is a RFID. This?
No, man,
Or
this
no?
is just a debit card.
Yes.
But it's built into the top of the wallet.
Oh,
Yes.
the RFID is built
Yes.
into this.
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
And it have the little symbol at the bottom right there, right, books? That shows you
SB.
that it is? No.
No?
Okay. Some of
Oh.
them have the little thing that shows you that it can be.
Oh.
It's a feature on the wallet.
Yeah.
And how much does this cost you?
At the time, no more than $5,000.
Five.
Yeah, they're not expensive. They're
Yeah,
not expensive.
5,000 Jamaican. Oh, okay. Good. So it's affordable.
And I'm only put money in my wallet, listeners. But no, so that's very important. Yeah. So if you can get the wallet with it, just remind me what it's called again, Dana.
RFID.
RFID blocking card. All right. Watch for money mule traps designed as a seasonal job or easy commission. Cliff, you know what a money mule is?
No.
Similar to a drug mule.
Okay.
And if you recall, I think it was I think it was JCF who warned the Uber drivers and them to be careful of people asking you to come pick up money from one location and dropping it somewhere else. That was recently in the news. That's that money mule approach, where they get you to transfer the illicit funds.
Yes.
Yeah, instead of doing it themselves. Yeah. So you want to be careful of people asking you as a seasonal job, you see, or an easy commission. Them say, kind of 50,000 and go over so.
Yeah.
And then give you a $5,000 or a $6,000. No. The police warned us recently not to do that because you may be transferring illicit funds and you're becoming a money mule.
Money mule.
Yes. If someone asks you to receive money into your account and send it on, it's a major warning sign. So lend me an account now. Me I try to get that something here and then send you whatever it is. Yeah? And then give you a commission. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even if they call it a processing fee or remote work, you could be helping criminals move stolen funds and end up facing serious consequences. Yes, this was in the news recently. The police warned against it.
I'm getting this thing I see on my online plat feeds. Oh, you have been selected by YouTube. To be what I call it, an editor or something, where you grade YouTube content and you get money for doing so. Easy money.
Yes. Where are you getting that from? On WhatsApp?
On what? No, not on WhatsApp.
It pops up on YouTube?
It pops up on Facebook, yes, and on WhatsApp too.
No.
Yeah?
That no song.
Me know.
You know, but it's too good, yes. If it's so too good, it's too good. You know, but click that. No, click that.
Trouble that.
All right. Set alerts and check transactions often. Early detection limits damage. True. So, for example, if you use the banking apps, turn on the app notification so that every single transaction you get a notification. Yeah. Have them on for if you get money sent to your account, money taken from your account, money spent from your card. They generally work. One of the banks is a little slow sometimes, and sometimes they give me a heart attack. Like we used the card half an hour ago, and then we see the notification pop up, and then I forget to just use it, and my heart start race. But you should turn those notifications on. Password change and login attempts. So whenever somebody attempts to do any of that on your account, you'll be prompted usually by a text or an email to your phone. Review your statements weekly or daily if you can during this season in particular, so that you see any kind of funny business, any kind of suspicious activity that you can report immediately to your institution and that they can act fast. Yeah.
What a world.
Yeah. And one of the things I always marvel is that every time law enforcement cracks one egg, the scammers and the thieves
find two
just
more.
find another way. Yeah. So you constantly have to try to be ahead of them. Yeah. I've also noticed something, and on the one hand I understand why it's necessary, but sometimes I get uncomfortable when I see elderly folks at the ABM and they go into the machine and then they're in there for a little while and they come back out and they say, could you come here? And they call some stranger inside with them. I don't like seeing it. I understand why, But yeah, you shouldn't be that trusting of strangers. If you can get somebody to go with you,
absolutely,
that you know and who can help you, but you shouldn't just be calling a random person from the line to come into the machine with you.
That's trouble.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not everybody's a thief. Not saying that, but you don't know. You don't know who you might be inviting in there with you. Yeah. So you want to be careful.
All right. We're gonna go to the break now. After the break, your calls, and you know the numbers. Reel off those numbers to me, Ricardo.
The numbers 630-9371-4, 618-6730.
Season's greetings. Here is your invitation to join Oasis with Lloyd Gale, December 16 to 26 at 12:55 p.m. Listen to Music for Christmas, all toward a blessed Christmas season 2025. Oasis, December 16 to 26, only on Nationwide.
Informative, educational, insightful. Let's talk justice. Tackling topics like constitutional rights and reform, domestic violence, and rights issues that affect you. Let's talk justice every Mondays from 1 to 2 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. Call in, share your thoughts, be empowered, know your rights, and let's talk justice, ensuring access to justice for all, courtesy of Jamaicans for Justice.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With the Stinger Honey Bee
and Karim Boyatings
from 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezoneblindates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezonconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
We're taking your calls now here on Nationwide at 5. Final lap. Papa Nana is first. Good evening, Papa Nana.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, Papa Nana. But I can't hear you.
You're not hearing me?
Very muffled.
Lord. You hearing me now?
Not any better. Go on. Go on.
Yes. I must give thanks, Mr. Hughes, to the Most High.
Yes.
And thanks to Nationwide.
I
must give special thanks to Tyrone because, as usual, you know, when we in a serious problem, you have to turn to Nationwide because the people them come here and support me with the chicken line. Yes. You hearing what I say?
Yeah, I hear when you say the people them come here and support you with the chicken. That's it.
Yes, man, and I really thank Tyrone. He helped me out to put it over, and I must give thanks to Nationwide, Mr. Hughes. I'm telling you. And my favorite thing there, you know that success have another father. Still is an orphan.
Yes, yes.
So I have to really big up Nationwide. Believe me, because remember, you know, I never made a contribution towards you. You understand?
Yes, you have. How many times a week you call here?
Well, I didn't think of
several.
That. I don't never think of it. But Mr. Hughes, I'm telling you now.
Yes.
God is really good. And he's great. And Sunday when I come from church, you see? You hearing me?
Yes, yes.
I was there and I don't know how the urge to get to come home. And by the time I reach here, There is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Scott. I don't want to go no further from Nathan, and he come here, man, and he support me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, man, he send me here with a nationwide, man, and he come here, Mr. Hughes, and you leave me. I feel so good that I tell you, man, I tell you, God is really good.
Ah, that's good.
That is really good. And can I just pick up about 3 people?
Yes, Papa Nana.
Yes, Mr. Hughes, I just want to big up in a real way, Mr. Hughes. A gentleman over by Portmore here, Mr. Ricky, Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Bell. And a very good lady again, you know her son, Mrs. Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yes.
And the person who I want to give a big up is the Prime Minister, Mr. Hughes, because I tell you the honest truth. But he went through something when no ordinary man wouldn't go through.
Mm-hmm.
And because sometimes when we hear some bootu, when we hear with some arguments and some skittle, when we hear with some arguments with this Prime Minister, bless him, but you know what, they're making a mistake with Mr. Hughes. How can you, as an ordinary person, condemn who God bless? You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the biggest mistakes they make. You can't condemn somebody who got blessed.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But anyway, I just want to give somebody else a chance. So
all right, Papa Nana.
Take care and have a good Christmas.
Yes.
I should in case I don't hear from just this year.
Yes, sir.
God bless you there.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Papa Nana.
Did you hear George this morning?
No.
With the 4 nominated persons of the year?
No, I didn't hear.
The Prime Minister.
Yes.
Dr. Horace Chang.
Mm-hmm. Police Commissioner.
Dr. Kevin Blake.
Yes.
And the Transport Minister, Daryl Vaz.
Okay.
Yes? You...
Yes.
Those 4?
For the nominees, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Want to know who I choose?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. I choose Dr. Chang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
I would choose Dr. Chang because, one, he has presided over a portfolio that's usually a political graveyard, and he's made it a success.
Yes.
Let me knock on wood. Yeah? He's made it a success. 2,
he's the first successful Minister of National Security, certainly since the last 50 years.
Easy. Well, see, I wouldn't even go back 50 because I don't know 50, but easily in my lifetime.
Going back from when murder started to take off in Jamaica, from 1970 to the mid-1970s. Where are we now? 2025?
Yes.
More than 50 years.
All right. 2, I think certainly as long as I've been conscious of politics, the most successful general secretary of any political party. For me, I don't know. Before, I don't know. But for me, certainly.
Yeah,
he has managed to do just amazing at the job. Hold the Labour Party together, operationally, organizationally, even when at times when we here in media, we're singing, that this might be the death knell, that things are spiraling out of control. He was never flustered, always calm, and always just stayed on message. Keep calm and carry on. I remember the day before the election, you and I had an interview with him, and you asked him the question, should we be surprised? Will there be any surprises tomorrow? And he said, Central Manchester, North Trelawney. From the beginning, he also said, about 35 seats so that we can govern comfortably.
Yes.
The local government election, 2020, COVID election, 2016.
You know, you have jogged my memory now, because I'm thinking, even during the stretch when the PNP won 4 elections in a row, they did not have one general secretary taking them through
all
4.
Oh, well.
Or 3.
Dr. Chang has.
Dr. Chang has taken the Labour Party through all
3 general, 1 local.
Yeah.
Yes. 2016, 2020, 2024 local government, and 2025 general. All a success.
Yes.
Against serious governance headwinds.
Yes.
So he managed to hold on the political fort while the governance batting was very difficult. Sticky wickets, Margaret Thatcher would say. fast balls on sticky wickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that I didn't realize, that he should get credit for that.
Absolutely.
Fulsomely.
Yeah.
The biggest one for me, the one that I think separates him from everybody else. Yeah. Getting crime down.
Yeah.
Getting murders down. Yeah. I did not think that was possible.
I'm 37 years old, and I thought it was just a way of life.
Yeah.
That more than 1,000 people would be killed in this country every year.
Yeah.
I literally never ever envisioned anything else. Never. Not for once. I can't remember ever thinking, I wonder if it could be at 600. And no.
Yeah.
Never.
You're
Never.
right. I never thought it would have been possible in my lifetime.
No. So the YouTuber's reminding me 2 local government elections. Yes. November 2016. Yes. So February 2016 was the general. And then, yes, thank you. Thank you, YouTuber. Absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dr. Chang. Yeah.
So he'd be my pick.
Yeah.
Of course, Dr. Holness deserves absolute credit for the skill of always seeming to put the right people in the right jobs. I think that's an underrated skill.
Yes.
Yes, I think that's an underrated skill. So Dr. Holness deserves credit for that. Of course, being at the helm of the government and setting the broad policy framework. But yeah, I'd go with Chan. Of course, Dr. Blake, also an excellent choice. And of course, transport, energy, Daryl Vaz. But I'd go with Chang.
I agree with you. I'd give the edge to Chang because of the historic, almost impossible he has pulled off. Yeah, but certainly it's a hair's breadth between himself and Holness. For Holness to have survived and won a general election this year in this hostile environment when the forces arrayed against him, in not only the public sector, the private sector, civil society groups, several of whom took on a political posture, to take it to him. To have pulled off a third term is nothing short of an amazing political feat. The only him and Narendra Modi in the post-pandemic period have won re-elections.
And Ali.
Irfan Ali,
yes,
in Guyana. Yeah.
But of
and
course,
we know
that's
why.
influenced by
oil wealth. Newfound oil wealth.
Blessed Marcia Favor said, Ricardo, you are too smart not to pass on your knowledge to an offspring or offsprings. Please do not get to 40 before settling. Instead of YouTube, it's easy. But can I also say, as Marcia said that, can I thank Dawn and Petal, who came to my grandmother's funeral on Saturday and offered their support. Two of the tightest hugs I got that day were from Dawn and Petal, and it meant a lot to me.
Yes.
And let me tell you, Dawn was dressed to the nines.
Wow.
Like, beautiful.
Big up yourself, Dawn.
So regal.
Yes.
Thank you to those two ladies. And of course, my colleagues in the newsroom and Mr. Oldfoot Cliff, who came to the setup.
The night.
Support. Yes. Thank you. I appreciated it.
Good.
Alric.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Youth. Good evening, Ricardo.
Good evening.
I apologize.
No, that's fine, Alric. No need. No, man, that's fine. That's fine.
But I was at Papa Nana and we were hoping for all the best for you. I was there
Appreciate
for a while
that.
and we were saying, I hope everything is going good, Ricardo. So our spirit was there.
Thank you.
Mr. Youth, congratulations on your alma mater winning the Manning Cup. Ricardo, I'm not trooping all over the place.
No. This is something normal for us,
No, Mr. Youth, 22 years.
No, but that a 2 decade stretch. No, a 2 decade stretch not so normal to me, but all right.
Yeah, 22 years, man. Oh, come on. It's not like 5 years ago.
No, but, we're normally up there, Yeah, we're normally up there.
You guys, you outsmarted Jamaica College.
Yes.
So, congratulations on that. My person of the year?
Yes.
That dead is between the Prime Minister and Dr. Chan. And I'll tell you why. Cliff, just tell you, Ricardo, I'm 74 years old. I never thought that crime would come down. Never, ever again until I pass.
Yes.
That's one thing about Dr. Chang. Two, if I was in a boat that was sinking in the middle of the ocean, I would like Dr. Chang to be the captain. He's ever so calm. Not flustered, no time at all. Don't raise him voice, no time at all.
Yeah.
Talk with a smile like him. I tell us that everything is going to be all right. And I led the Jamaica Labour Party to so many victories as a Gen 6. I know the Prime Minister now, as the captain of that Labour Party, and the bounces and the licks and the things that him gets from all sides of society, political opponents, YouTubers, TikTokers, and he won the last election.
Yeah.
And I think it's a
And you know, he kept his head down.
And maintain the dignity of the office of Prime Minister.
Yes.
Can I tell you, if I did me? Nah, say no. Okay. Me answer no. But no, you're right, Cliff. He did. He did.
No, by no, me worse. Me couldn't take it because no, sir.
And we don't have to go far. Just look at former prime ministers. When they come under the kinds of attack that Wholeness has come under, they hit back, you know. They hit back and hit back hard.
Yes.
Yeah? The Wholeness, no, he just kept his head down and did his work. Yeah?
One time me him get flustered and a couple weeks ago after when them down, so when them say you get back to them at all with them. And there had to be a point when he spoke out. And I think him kind of quiet down the ship after that. Mr. Hughes and Ricardo?
Yes.
I wish everybody at Nationwide and all my Nationwide family, radio, the YouTubers, everybody who contribute to your station, making it what it is. Everybody at Nationwide, you, Judge, Tana, that everybody. Merry Christmas, prosperous New Year, and I hope the station continue to grow and grow and grow. I'm a big brother, Papa Nana, big up yourself. They just sat there with you a while and we are talking about Ricardo. We never not talk about Mr. Hughes, Ricardo. So big up yourself, my big brother, and all the other callers and all the people who reach out to me during and after the hurricane.
Very well.
So big them up and bless up everybody and bless up Miss Station.
Cool. Merry Christmas to you too, Alric.
Take care of yourself.
Good. Faithful, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Hughes. Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Faithful.
However, I did not cover this, but I must add one thing to what Mr. Ricardo said. I remember I was at a radio station, another radio station, and they almost write the obituary of Mr. Wellness. When the Integrity Commission come out with the file and asked the Speaker of the House to recuse herself, and I was into other radio station, and they were saying the only way out is that Andrew will have to go. So with all that said, and ever does lament that Andrew should answer. He did not answer, nothing. And I'm saying to myself, even Integrity Commission within themselves think that the only way for Andrew was that he was going to lose his job and all of these things. And he did not answer. And until this day, several clergymen and other high-profile persons are saying that Andrew should not challenge the Integrity Commission in court. I'm saying to myself, if I know that I'm right, should I just give up my right like that? And that's until this day, that's what several of them say no.
Yes.
How could he challenge it? So because you are Integrity Commission, if I feel that you've done something wrong, I should just hug it up and walk away and take the wrong, even though I know I'm right. That's what and I'm asking myself, if it was they, would they have done that? They live up hypocrisy and anyway. And I think about that. Married for Collins, I just want to say, thanks Mr. Hughes and Nationwide for the platform and which you guys created, and to allow us to hear our growth and to express ourselves, and the forum for which you guys have created. It is well appreciated, and I thank you very much. Even though sometimes some of the expressed on the platform by some of my fellow callers, maybe some would say the same thing about me, are undesirable, because I think most that express themselves here very intelligent and very knowledgeable, but sometimes they go off in some kind of whim that something called me the Grinch. But however, every man's views is his views. It might not my liking, but what you have done for us and for those that does not call, I don't think you might not even know how much you really appreciate it and think you have created a really good platform. However, I think one thing does lack in my view. I think a broader expand of the program in terms of less calling program for sport. I think that's deserves more to hear more of that on the program. And for the coming year, I pray that God will continue to bless us and continue to give it its strength, grace, power, that we continue to do thus and even more. And as we continue to expand our knowledge, and as we continue to be a better person, a better caller, a better everything, God continue to bless, keep, guide, and protect.
So you think we need a call-in program for sports?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
I did. Okay, go ahead.
Hear you, loud and clear.
Bobby, good evening.
Good evening, Ricardo.
The man from Eltham?
No, hold on, man. It's just 1 year. 1 year we are giving you with that cup. 1 year. 1 year.
You go and dream, man.
I tell you this morning, my dream always turn out to be a reality, I tell you that I dreamt that we will win the third term.
I hear you.
And that night, I never eat late. So it's not nightmare.
But you're not fret, though.
Yeah?
You're not fret, though.
No.
You never had a fret?
No, sir.
Oh, all right.
No. You see what I want to say? Oh, first, Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
I must apologize about Saturday.
Why are you apologizing? It's fine.
No, hold on. My colleagues and I, we were doing some care package. We start from in the morning and we never finish until in the night.
No worries, Bobby.
Oh, but I get to understand that it went, well, a friend of mine went and she called me and tell me, say, boy, Bobby, if you did come, Ricardo, him would miss you. Right, so I just glad that everything went well, Yes, but I hear this morning George talk about 4 nominees. I would bring it up to about 6, or 7. I would also put in that line the Honorable Floyd Green and also Dr. Ed Bartlett and Minister Delroy Chuck. Look on how they manage their portfolio.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, man.
But I don't think they perform creditably.
Speaking, though.
Yes,
yeah.
comparatively, they're not there.
Right, and also Tufton. He should also be in that line also. Right. Yeah, man. But you see, I just want to say I never get the chance to really commend about the security force led by Dr. Kevin Blake and the government for the rapid reduction in crime, because, the people out in the West and St. Elizabeth, they have me going, So I just get the chance to really commend them, and I want to say to Dr. Divine Intervention, you see, when you were an officer, you see that prayer without work is dead. My auntie always tell me, say, God help those
who help themselves.
Yes. When you were an office boss, you hardly give the security force the type of resources that this Andrew Holness administration give them. And them have very little to work with, and crime escalate out of your hand. So till you couldn't take it no more. And you come on national TV with actually tears in your eye. I call for divine intervention. Look here, boss. You are take God as mockery. Right? Because even Jesus Christ himself, when him go to the temple, and him say everybody, inside they are gambling and do all sort of something. and them a try turn him father temple into a den of thieves. You see what him do? Him plot card from out of a whip, and him start whip out everybody.
I hear you.
Out of the temple and show them say, him a the bad man.
All right, Bobby. Take care of yourself, my friend. Take care. Good.
But before I go to Maxine, your favorite political moment of 2025?
General election night. When I realized, yes, that the Labour Party had secured a third term. Yeah. When I realized that Central Manchester had not fallen, Northern Trelawney had survived. Yes. That was, and Floyd Green had come home. Yeah. That was when I realized that this was the moment of the political year and the campaign and the election. Yeah.
Okay. I should tell you a story about that night, you know. So, I was at JLP headquarters, Siobhan was at the PNP headquarters. And so I was manning social media and, telling the troops what we're posting, what we're not posting. And at the moment in studio when you all said that you were ready now to make the call, I said to William, go, break it online. And then that was something like 9 something, like clear hour before all our competitors came to the party. And I said to William, go, break it. And William broke it. And I remember the headline I chose, third term loaded, JLP secures unprecedented third term at helm of government or something like that. And then after it break, and this is probably like 10 minutes, and social media is blowing up, and everybody say, oh my God, nationwide, let's call it. George Davis puts in the group, hold. It's like Cliff Hughes.
Yeah,
cold sweat, wash me. And then when he said hold, if you recall, we were having connectivity issues.
Oh, yes.
And so I kept saying to him, what am I holding? I've already given the go ahead.
Yes.
And no response is coming. And me, I say, do I delete it? But we can't delete it. It's already gone viral.
Yes.
And of course, the previous year, local government night, fresh in my memory.
Yes.
Cold sweat, what? Then when he come back, after about 10-15 minutes, oh no, man, that minute attack. George Davis. Anyway, who do we have? Maxine.
Hi, good night.
Good night, Maxine.
Good night, gentlemen. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm a bit under the weather, but thanks be to God.
Hope you feel better soon.
Thank you. Mr. Hughes.
Yes, ma'am.
I called you some time ago. And we were talking. I called you twice. This is Maxine who is blind. And I merely call you tonight, though, because I want to commend you and your team for the wonderful work you have been doing throughout the year 2025. The nationwide care package drive, I don't remember what the people call it, but
rebuilding Jamaica.
Right, thank you. You came down to St. Elizabeth. I didn't get to come and meet you because you go to Star, man. You go to Lakovia, out of my reach, man. But Hurricane Melissa was a disaster. It's a monster. And I hear people giving it personal attributes that it doesn't deserve. But I want to commend you for good work you and your team have been doing. I record my condolences.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
On behalf of my family.
Thank you.
Sorry we couldn't make it, but you don't know.
Thank you.
But I tell you people always keep us in the know, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate that, Mr. Hughes. I listen to you in the mornings. I want to call you sometimes before now, but sometimes I don't have the credit and I don't have the plan and all that.
Yes.
But I said tonight when it wasn't going to pass, and I don't call you.
Well,
I love you.
You made my day.
Mr. Hughes.
You made my day, ma'am. You've made my day.
Mr. Hughes. If me love you one more time.
Thank you very much.
And I want you to know that I'm calling you from Malvern, St. Elizabeth.
Ah, up in the hills of Malvern.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I mash up my kitchen.
Ah.
I don't know what I'm proud of you about too. All the persons who have called you and tell you what they have gone through or what they want, you make sure, you and your team, you make sure that you
try.
I'm going to come and look for you now. I'm going to come and look for you when I come back to town in Mr. Hughes.
All right, ma'am.
I have to meet you.
Okay, you have never met me before?
No, I have never.
Oh, you met me a lot of times on the radio and on the television.
No, man, me don't want to meet up on no more radio. I want to meet you face to face now.
All right, bring it on.
You got it, big up yourself.
Thank you, Maxine. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
I love all I know, but I love Cliff Hughes more.
That's fine. That's fine.
Thank you so much.
All right, Maxine. Zen Queen, long time. What on?
Everything.
Everything I want. All right.
It's a good night to you and Cliff.
Good night.
And let me just thank you for being my constant companion throughout the whole year. I listen to you every day. The whole station, it's locked on nationwide. Congratulations on your new location. And I hope you'll come bigger and better next year. Yes.
Thank you, Zen Queen.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm very happy with the station.
And for you, Zen Queen, what kind of year you have had?
Well, a little topsy-turvy, but still giving thanks that I'm here.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to 2026 with a lot of hopefulness.
Yes. Well. And I hope you will have an even better 2026.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that,
Okay.
Where there's life, there's hope.
Yes.
Yeah, so
good.
That's what I'm looking for.
Thank you so much, Zen Queen.
Yeah, and all the best to you and the staff.
Have a good Christmas.
Thank you.
I will, and the same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Omalo.
Yes, Ricardo.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Good night to you and good evening to you and Cliff.
Good evening.
Cliff, thank you for the radio station. Thanks for everything that you have put in, your will, everything that you have put in to get this thing going and make it something that it could challenge the whole guards, and we have something good going, and it's very good. You could, people can be able to call and give their opinion and stuff like this. Yeah?
Very well.
Ricardo?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know this is a very challenging year for you. Yeah? It has test your will. And testing of will make you the man that you want to be. Just continue being who you are.
All right, my brother.
Yeah?
Thank you.
But, moving on to some other things. Listening to the Minister of Finance today, Cliff.
Yes.
I know this lady is qualified and all of that. Yeah? But really and truly, qualification and paper is kind of different from what sometimes you really need, because you need ideas and really ways to sell those ideas to the public, for the public to buy into, Yeah? When I hear the minister talk about the Bank of Jamaica will angle inflation, the Bank of Jamaica is not the real and proper right place to angle inflation in a Cliff.
What do you mean? That's
Explain.
part of their... Well, go
Thank you,
ahead.
Cliff. That's the beauty of Cliff. Inflation is too much money chasing too little bit of production. Yeah?
Yes.
It is the government must identify where goods are there is a problem and try to use the budget with laws, policies to create greater productivity in the country. Cliff, when you use interest rate to deal with inflation, it hurt the general public and lower business activity. Everybody hurt when the Bank of Jamaica used monetary policy to deal with inflation.
But you'd appreciate, though, from your economics, that it's a mix. Managing, holding inflation is a policy mix. And sometimes you get the mix, the right balance. Sometimes you don't. Yeah, and it's not a pure science. Yeah, 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah, it is, as I said, a mix, and central banks are better placed. Yeah, better capable of getting that mix right, as against a politician sitting in a ministry and looking at the electoral timetable, looking at the electoral map on the ground. Yeah, they're not the best people to manage inflation.
No, you see where they manage inflation best, Cliff, is using the fiscal policies. The fiscal policies in era where productivity are low. You see, one of the things that we have in this problem, is that if we are going to use the Bank of Jamaica to handle inflation, where inflation doesn't really hurt the people of Jamaica, we have to give the Bank of Jamaica the authority to direct funds in industries where they need capital to grow. If we don't give the Bank of Jamaica the power to say, put money inside of, direct the banks to put money in agriculture, so that productivity and innovations can really come out of that industry, where that industry grow and protect itself, then we are not going to really have controlling inflation.
You don't want to do that, though, Think about that, Omalu. Do you want to give that job to your central bankers?
That the central banker literally turned that over to the commercial banks already in a place, because the commercial banks are the ones that direct funds as to where funds to go.
Exactly, but you don't want to give that to your central bank.
But you see, when you give a central banker that in a place, it grows the economy way faster and better. If you look at places like China.
Not necessarily, because you begin to pick winners and losers.
But you see, in things like those in a clip, what good about this is like you look at Singapore, you look at places like Japan. Japan's central bank, after liberalization, was the fastest growing economy, and it's because the central banks were directing funds to industry that was necessary for Japan development.
We're not going to we'll have to go agree to disagree. Because Japan, I don't think, is a good example at all. What has happened to the Japanese economy over the last 20 years? Yeah?
But that is after they lose the central bank control clip of directing funds.
Omalo, we disagree tonight.
Okay, Cliff. Okay.
All right,
Omalo.
Cliff, but you see, this is the beauty of reasoning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Good.
All right.
630-937-124-618-6730. We probably can take one more. What do YouTubers them say?
Oh, they are going off about NNN. I'm stuck on NNN. It is causing a problem with Wi-Fi. Oh dear. They think Omalu is showing off. Omalu, all right. Yeah. Cheryl Wallace says Puss and Dog don't have the same luck. Yes. And Cliff Omalu always hug these discussions. Oh, Lord. Anyway. But that's how we're going to leave it for this evening, Ricardo. Listeners, viewers, thank you all so much. Thanks to our producer, Dana Davey, our technical operator, Andrew Anderson, the members of the news and production team. Thank you all so much. I'm Cliff Hughes.
And I'm Ricardo Brooks.
Reminding you, take care of your loved one and look out for your neighbor. Good night.
Good night.
For a limited time, Home International